because I almost forgot to start it on the tubes of you. What's going on, Gates? All right, so let's talk about reentry, okay? Reentry programs, in my opinion, okay, are the new face of exploitation. They call it helping people rebuild their lives, but it's really a side hustle built on human pain. Okay, the programs are marketed like they're redemption factories, okay, full of second chances, resources, and hope. But behind the PR, behind the buzzwords, is another machine feeding off the prison system's leftovers. Okay? These people are running, or the people running reentry facilities don't actually want real reform, okay? Actual reform hurts reentry centers, okay? Because real reform means they'll lose their funding, their control, and their cushy contracts. Because these are government contracts, okay? They need people to keep cycling in and out for them to be successful. Yes, they are running, basically, they're running off the backs of recidivism. Shanron, yeah. So, meanwhile, you got women working 2 jobs trying to send money, okay? Children are growing up without stability, okay? And the community is still being drained emotionally, financially, spiritually, okay? While someone collects another government check and calls it progress. But here's the truth. Reentry programs aren't meant to fix anything, okay? They're meant to sustain a system that pays everyone except for the people who were harmed. And until we start VOTING, okay, for real policy change, not just symbolic reform, which I like to call window dressing, okay, these grifters will keep cashing in on the wreckage. So this morning, let's go ahead and pull back the curtain on this reentry scam, okay, because that's what I call it, how it works, who profits, who suffers, and why the only real solution is at the BALLOT box, okay? Prison reentry thoughts. Leah, you're asking me, I just said it. I think it is a scam. And I just realized I forgot to hit the do not disturb on my phone, so this is like, nope, apparently not really. Rainy day. I will get dinged. Actually, that's how hold on. Sorry about that. No, that's actually how I got banned the last time. All right. Yeah, I got banana for a week. Yup. Bananaed for a week, messed up all my stuff. Yup. Just for mentioning that. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about the reentry mirage. Oh, let me tell y'all something, okay? Hey, true fan number 1. Yes, that's what happened to me. I was on a roll, y'all. I was having like 2 people or 200 people in a room, sometimes more, sustaining that really well. I think I was maxing out at like 100 to 200 new followers every day. And yeah, and then somebody was asking a question. It was right after the change, right after the TikTok change. Okay, that happened. Yeah, and I got bananaed. And now all of my stuff is weird. It's all, yeah, I'm still trying to rebuild after that. But yeah, I'm going to let y'all know though, I'm going to, yes, it is rainy day. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. But the bad thing about that, well, it's not the bad thing, but the only thing about that is reentry. People are still going to be scamming with this reentry stuff. Okay. That isn't going to help that much when it comes to this. Yes, for talking about it, Sparkle Pony. Yeah. Yup. So I don't even say it anymore. Nope. But I will talk about what needs to be done, because that is what needs to be done to fix these issues for real, not just slap on some window dressing. But yes, once we get finished with that rose goal, I will open up the chat. I'll open up the panel for discussion. Let's see, I do think people need rehabilitation and assistance. Yeah, people do need rehabilitation and assistance. Mental health services, yes. This is the thing. I believe people coming out of prison need all of that stuff. However, the way we are set up is not to actually help anybody. Okay. We have way too many policies in place that make it difficult for reentry. So when you have a program that's supposed to be helping people, like they say they're doing all the things that seem like, duh, yeah, you should be doing that for folks coming out of prison. That makes sense. However, without policy changes in society, it's just fake. Reentry is fake. So currently, the way it works is a scam. And you got all these, but I'm going to get into that. I'm going to get into all of that. Okay. So I'm calling it the reentry mirage. Okay. Hope on paper, control in practice. Okay. So these folks sell reentry as transformation. Okay. They use words like rehabilitation, recovery, reintegration, all that stuff. But when you step inside most of these facilities, what you see isn't empowerment. It's just surveillance. Okay. Participants are monitored, restricted, and manipulated under program rules. Okay, they can't make independent choices. They can't access outside help, and they often live under conditions that are barely different from incarceration. These places operate on fear and control, not healing. Okay, they use structure as a substitute for real support. Okay, so I want to know from you all, have you or someone you know ever been in a reentry program or a halfway house, okay, or halfway program that felt more like punishment than reform? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever had that experience yourself or known somebody that was like, man, this program seems more like I feel like this is just second prison. Yeah, I'm seeing some 1s. Let's see, I feel that it would only work for people who prefer to be locked up. Reentry, no. Well, I don't know if you meant that as a joke. Like, because a lot of people that go through reentry end up going right back to prison anyway. Because we don't actually have reform. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they mean. All right. Let me talk about the top viewers. Okay, Momo's number 1, Mandy's number 2, Kit Kat's number 3, House of Beautiful Bullies is number 4, and Georgia Peach is number 5. What's going on, Georgia Peach? Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Lindsay's saying, I've been through those programs and they hurt more than they help. Right. Let's see. Shenron's talking about, I'm still institutionalized and it's been like 5 years. Yeah, we don't actually have a real good structure for reentry the way it's advertised. Mandy, thank you so much for the balloon crown. I can't stand it because they advertise it. I gotta be careful with my words here. Here's what I'm going to say about my feelings on what it's for. You know, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever watched the news or read an article about how the United States, how our country is calling out another country for its atrocities against its own people. Like our country, along with other countries, are calling out somebody else, some other country, for human rights violations. Have you ever seen that before in your life? Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen that. Exactly. There you go. Yeah. Just like, yeah, them over there. Right. Okay. Them, North Korea. Yeah. We will talk cash money shit about these other countries and their human rights violations all day long. But it's interesting because when you take a look at reentry, yeah, it is very hypocritical. When you take a look at recidivism in this country and why it happens, you got a lot of people say, and now, okay, this is the part of this discussion that I really don't like. Because I really, and do not get me wrong, for anybody that's just now finding me, I am very much against women getting involved with men who come out of prison. I am very much against women talking to dudes that are currently in prison. I think it's a bad idea. However, I am, hey, Restless Streamer, I am a big supporter of change. Changes need to happen in our country, okay? You're not going to get any changes if you don't set up things to change. Restless, thank you so much for getting your daily heart me. If you make it so that people know where like if minimum wage isn't a living wage, you're just hurting society. Okay? You're just hurting society. Anithia Baker, thank you so much for the love you so much. Oop, I'm going to have to decline that. Let's see. Why is it bad? Just curious. Okay. Leah. Okay, let me see if I can give you a shortened version on why it's terrible. Real quick, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heartbeat and please subscribe. Leah, the reason why I say it is bad for women to get involved with dudes in prison is because a lot of the dudes are manipulative and they're just trying to get the women's money, resources, and try to find a place to stay. They lie to them with the future faking, and there's like a bunch of narcissistic traits involved in it, but they're basically using women. They've got like more than one typically that they're getting stuff from. And I've seen in my past career in law enforcement, I saw a lot of women end up in prison themselves because they got manipulated by dudes on the inside who were trying to get them to do illegal things like money laundering and drug trafficking. Also, when they come out of prison, because they don't have as many opportunities because our system isn't set up to do that for them, they're living off of a woman. So they become even more of a drain on her and our society than, they were in the first place. And also there's like an abuse aspect when you think about it, because we live in a patriarchy, and men that aren't doing well are typically upset with the world, okay? And they take it out on the people that they're around or that they're closest to, which is typically women. Instead of doing something about it, they're going to start abusing women, okay? And so that's why I say it's just basically bad, okay? Bad for women to get involved with those dudes. Is there a dog in here? Odin, did you make it down here, you little... I thought I blocked him out from... Sorry, y'all. That damn dog. He weaseled through a gate. Anyway. Yeah, he wanted to be down here so bad. Anyway, it's my sister's dog, too. I don't understand. That little boy doesn't like to be upstairs. He was already crying before I came on here. Anyway. No, I'm sorry. I wasn't talking to y'all. I saw my sister's dog, like, moving, like, walking past my furniture. And I was like, oh, hell no. Not him again. But he was crying upstairs earlier. Anyway, he wants to get the tea too. Y'all, that dog is a little weasel. Anyway, so yes, that is the long and short of why I think it's a terrible idea for women to get involved with dudes in prison. I think it's dangerous. It's also dangerous to get... I talk about this in other lives. But anyway, so back to reentry. What's going on, Dr. Duchess? Back to reentry. Okay. So... we don't have the systems in place to make it so that these people can have like a good life. So a lot of them go right back to prison within like a year, 3 years, something like that. Let's see. A lot of inmates can be decent people, but incarceration oftentimes ruins people. Yeah, it does. There's a lot of messed up stuff that happens during incarceration, like a lot of trauma, and a lot of those dudes don't get help. And also, society does not make it easy for reentry. And again, so you end up with like a bunch of angry, broke, mostly dudes. Angry, broke dudes are like dangerous to society. And the way our system is set up, we're just going to have a bunch of angry, broke people just wreaking havoc on society. So and reentry centers are getting all this money, okay, and they're not actually helping anybody. So that goes into my next point, which is the grant game, okay? The real money behind helping, all right? So here's the scam. These programs don't actually make money from results, okay? Which like a regular business would. How on earth would McDonald's function if like every time somebody ate one of their hamburgers, like they made a purchase and ate a hamburger and they're like, this hamburger sucks. You know what I'm saying? They would go out of business if their food was gross, okay? Let's see, a grocery store, if all their food was always spoiled, if they weren't getting good produce, and they weren't getting good products, they would go out of business. The same with any other business, but reentry is like one of the only things that isn't required to show results, okay, and still get their money, okay? They do not make money from results. They make money from funding applications, okay? So federal and state governments have huge pots of money available for reducing recidivism, okay? Now, what is recidivism? Recidivism is when not just dudes, but just people go back to prison. It's when somebody is released from prison and then they go back to prison, okay? They're committing crimes again. And so you've got a lot of people, let me do this carefully, a lot of people running for office, okay, wanting to appear tough on crime, wanting to appear like they're trying to make a difference on crime. The recidivism rate is a huge indicator on like who was successful, okay? Who was successful while they're in office, and people run for office based on like, oh yeah, we're going to have crime reduction. We're going to reduce crime. We're going to stop crime. Okay, we're going to do all this stuff to reduce it. And so they're looking at the recidivism rates. Okay, it's really, really important. It's how a lot of people end up getting in office. And then the plan is like, okay, everything is high. So what do we do to reduce it? How do we make it smaller? How do we make people not go to prison as much? Well, some people are like, well, okay, if you want people to go to prison less, then I don't know, maybe minimum wage should be a livable wage. So these jobs that felons can actually get, like working at McDonald's, maybe they can actually make like a decent living, and that'll make them less likely to commit crimes again, you know? Make sure that they're able to afford a good place to live, and they could afford food, and they could, you know, have like, maybe they could be happy within themselves. Yeah, that would be a great idea. No, we're not doing that. We're not going to pay people a living wage. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up a facility that is geared towards telling people what they can do to be better human beings. We're going to call it reentry. And that is going to be what we do to stop recidivism. And that's what they do. And they get away with it. They get away with it. So nobody's making any policy changes. It's really gross, okay? So nobody, here's the weird thing though. So you've got the federal and state governments sending money for reentry programs. But the thing about it is nobody's actually checking to see if it's working. Nobody is checking to see if the dollars that are granted are actually doing what the dollars were for. Okay. Oh, please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. Nobody is checking. Let's see. The inmates that were permanently housed and need more than just reentry. Yeah, I know what you mean. Administrative segregation. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the ad seg guys, but like, okay, let's talk, well, I don't want to talk about who's in ad seg. I don't actually want to talk about who's in ad seg. Because ad seg is a little bit different than regular restrictive housing. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. Anyway, I can get into that. That's a whole other thing. Yeah, they often have severe mental health problems. Often, yeah, well, okay. But Kit Kat, you were at a lady prison. Okay, you were at a lady prison. At men's prison, some of them have like, mental health conditions, but a lot of them, they're in danger from enemies. Or they're snitches. It's a little bit different. They do have some people that have mental health problems, but it's a little bit different. And, they're catch outs. Yeah. Like they've run up a debt. In general population. And then they get scared and say, oh, they're going to hurt me. And it's true. Okay. Men do things a little bit different than women in prison. All right. So here's the thing about the reentry programs again. So reentry program owners, so these are the people that like build up one of these programs, okay? They learn how to write the perfect grant proposal, okay, to get that money Okay? So they're going to say stuff like, oh, we promise to serve 100 participants. Okay? Or we promise to reduce reoffending by 20%. Or we promise to build community reintegration skills. And all that stuff sounds nice. It sounds nice on paper. Okay? Serving 100 people. If you're going to, reduce reoffending by 20%, that is huge. That is a huge amount, okay? And you're going to teach people how to re-enter society, okay? So that they're good and happy. And that should keep them out of prison. But let's face it, again, what actually stops people from committing a lot of crime? A lot of people are out there committing crimes. Not necessarily because they all want to be filthy rich. A lot of people are out there committing crimes because they're just trying to survive. But yeah, because of poverty. It has to do with poverty. And again, I want everybody to know I am not defending criminals. I'm not defending criminals, but it's not fair to talk about like what's actually happening out there to try to protect women without explaining what's actually happening out there. So I have to talk about this. But just because it sucks out there for people like that might be trying to get their lives together after they've committed crimes, it does not mean, ladies, that you're responsible for trying to help or fix one of these guys after they come out of prison. Not your responsibility. Okay? Not your responsibility at all. Ditch that man when he goes to jail. Okay? 100%. Let's see. What is this guy saying? All crimes are infractions of the laws, but not all crimes are actually wrong, in my opinion. Yeah, sure. I don't know. But look, here's the thing though, ladies. I'm going to tell you this right now. And this is what trips up a lot of ladies, okay? A lot of people feel that way. However, you got to look at how things actually are. Things are tough out there for people who commit felonies. Ladies, don't saddle yourself with somebody that is not going to be able to have an easy time, okay, out there. It's already hard out there, okay? Yeah, stop trying to fix a man. Leave it up to God. Yeah. All of us need to realize that we're not responsible for anyone else except our children. Exactly. Not responsible for these people, but y'all do need to understand what's happening. Okay. Okay, y'all, we're about to go into a battle. Okay? And this is not going to be a big deal. Hi, how's it going? Hello. Thank you. How are you doing?
Nothing. I'm listening to music and I'm doing live streaming. What about you?
What's your name? My name is Lavender Echoes, and I tell people about like the insider information about prison systems and whatever.
Okay, nice. My name is Khan and I'm from Egypt. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and mute you. I'm gonna get back to this. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I will listen to music. Thank you so much for
all right. Sounds awesome. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much. Oh, he has nobody over there? He's got a nice light background setup thing. I was thinking about getting one of those that looks different. Oh, we're battling now. I have to do this like 2 or 3 times in a live. Yeah, I'm battling. Thank y'all for putting up with this. Okay. So, yeah, this is not a big deal battle. It's just something I gotta do. All right. So, here's the thing. You got the reentry people. Okay, wait. Bonus mission for 40 seconds. Oh, okay. It's telling me that we're going to be unlocking 2 times gifting if we hit the target. But I don't know what the target is yet. I don't know what the target is. Okay. Gifting point target is 10. Okay, we've reached it. All right. Just tap for now. Just tap. The 2 times gifting points is starting soon. And remember, well, okay. Yeah, 2 times gifting points is starting soon. Hasn't started yet. Yeah, we're still working on like how to do this right. Because I don't know. It's weird. It seems to take forever for the 2 times gifting points. So just tap for now. And then I'll let you know when it happens. Let's see. Okay, here we are. We're in 2 times gifting points. Now, here's what happens. Okay, our rose goal is the live goal. Okay. Yup. Thank you so much, Georgia. Don't know how this works. I know. We're new to it too. My team is new. We have a timer on our side. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Momo. We're at 25 seconds left. We got 20 seconds left now. Thank you so much for the roses. Yeah, the roses in here are going to, they're going to count towards the live goal as well, which is awesome. Okay, so that'll get people on the panel faster. We got 10 seconds. Okay. Oh, we're at 50% of the live goal. Sweet deal. Sweet deal. Okay. All right, it's over. We got 610 match points. Hey, Queen just reached gifter level 10. That's amazing. Thank y'all so much for all those roses. I really do appreciate y'all. Wait a minute. Who are those? Oh. Hey, I'm seeing some new people. Okay. Mandy is our mission contributor. That's amazing. Twyla and Junie, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. You guys are in the top 3. Okay, so yeah, let's just tap it out. We're good. We're doing good. Thank y'all for putting up with this. Oh, Nurse Cece is in here. Hey, how's it going? All right. Yeah, after this, we're just gonna do this one for now, and then I've got to go back like in an hour and do another one. Top 3 gifters will be getting power-ups in the backpack if we win. Heck yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're doing great. All right. All right. Yes. We're just tapping it out. I think this one might be ours. We might actually win this one. That's cool. Hey, Queen. Thank you so much for the roses. All right. Yeah, so this is interesting. Like with the backpack, I guess the backpack is going to be located like at the bottom, like if you have power-ups, which is what the top 3 contributors are going to get if we win this. Oh, Momo, thank you so much for the love you. So when this is over, all right, it looks like Momo, Mandy, and Twyla are going to have oh, he just disconnected. Okay. Thank you all so much for putting up with that. Okay, so Momo, Mandy, and Twyla. If you go into your, like where the gift thing is, you'll see on the bottom, like a backpack. I think that's what you'll see. And then in that backpack is going to be like your special power-ups for, for battles. Yep. So you can take those anywhere, actually. All right. Thank you all so much. Okay, and oh wow, we are more than halfway completed with the live goal. Okay. Thank you so much. Wait, no, what? You didn't get any? It's per creator? They're only good in here? Oh, for real? You didn't get any power-ups? What? I thought you'd get power-ups every time. What, Twyla? Wait a minute. Why was that? Oh, that rat. He did. We weren't done. Wait, but you guys didn't get any power-ups yesterday? What? It's per creator? Oh, okay. I thought you could use them anywhere. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that something that happens? Like, yeah, we weren't even done. Why was he battling anyway? He only had like no people. Well, that was lame. That was really lame. Yeah, why would he battle? Is there, okay, somebody that knows about this, is there something, yeah, I wish I remembered who he was. I think I'll try to remember his face. That was weird. Like, at least, like, finish the battle. He invited us. But is there something that happens if you battle somebody, even if you don't have any people? You got a glove? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just thinking about that. Like, why are you asking? Oh, wait, did you get it just now, Momo? Hey, honey kisses. Did you just get it, Momo? No, when I won the match. Just, okay. Okay. Huh. Yeah, but why do people, like, why are people trying to battle when they don't even have people in there? I don't know. All right. Well, let me get back to this. Okay. So we were talking about where that money comes from, okay? It pushes them to the FYP more. Yeah, that still seems kind of lame. All right. So, okay. So here's the thing, all right? These guys, these reentry program people, they get the money, but what do they actually do? Momo, you just reached member level 29. Awesome. But here's what the reentry people do, okay? They print out a few handouts, okay? Host a few classes and count anyone who showed up to the class as a success story. Okay, they don't need to fix lives. They just need to fill out forms. Y'all, do y'all remember, I think it was the last time I talked about reentry, and there was that woman that had one, the biggest grifters are recovering addicts. Nah, I don't. Listen, do y'all remember that lady who had a program for like 7 years, but you can't even tell the success of a reentry program until it's in its 9th year? Oh, okay, Mandy. See you later. Have a good appointment. The lady calling me sis? Nah, that was that weird doctor lady. No, there was a woman that owned a reentry program. And she had been running it for 7 years. But it was crazy because she was like, I have such and such a success rate. And we're like, you can't count that yet. You remember Kit Kat. Yeah, I knew you were going to remember. Yeah, and it's like, you can't count that. You can't count it. You've only been in business, because that's all it is a business. You've only been in business for 7 years. So you don't have real numbers yet. And she was trying to argue, and it's like, no, lady. She was getting all mad. Because they're scammers. They're scammers. And it's sad because that's like an actual legal scam that people can run in our country. Okay. So what do you think happens, or what do you think happens when the government tracks funding but not actual outcomes? Okay? Put that in the chat. What do you think happens when the government tracks funding but not the actual outcomes? Okay? Who do you think benefits from that? Let's see, Kit Kat saying 83% of them will get arrested again within 9 years. G is saying fraud. Scammers come out to get paid. Yup. I believe so. Scammers come out to get paid. Absolutely. And I think it's gross. Because that's our taxpayer dollars. That's our money. If they fix people, they would go out of business. Exactly, Regina. If it actually fixed people, they would not have a business to run. The government benefits when they want to cut it off. Oh, well, No, that's the thing. Like, when they want to cover, no, they wouldn't. Let's see, they bank on a revolving door. Yes, they do. Yup. Because they know that there has been no actual societal change. They know there's been no societal change. And so, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me talk about my top viewers real quick. Momo's number 1, Junie's number 2, Flockin's number 3, Georgia Peach is number 4, and Kit Kat is number 5. Thank y'all so much. But yeah. So here's the thing. Let's talk about the conflict of interest, okay? Same system, new logo, all right? Here's what most people don't realize, okay? Many of these reentry programs are owned by, this is going to be so messed up. They're owned by the same corporations that profit off of incarceration. Put a 1 in the chat if you find that suspicious. Many of the reentry programs are owned by the same corporations that profit off of incarceration. Do y'all think that's a little suspicious? Just a little, just like an eensy weensy bit suspicious. Seems kind of messed up, doesn't it? I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart and please subscribe. And once we get that live goal completed, I will open up the panel for discussion. See, your brother is a huge advocate for prison reform change, and he was arrested for protesting. Oh, Lord. All right. So, private prison companies, probation contractors, and community supervision firms run reentry facilities as another arm of the same empire. Which is really suspicious. So they've realized, why stop making money when someone leaves prison? When you can just move them into a halfway house and keep the profits rolling. Okay? Because they're going to be making money. What's going on, Sebastian? They're going to keep on making money. It's a closed loop. Okay? Prison money never leaves prison hands. It's crazy that these programs stopped taking their clients to the market this year and now no debt. Huh? Regina, I'm not sure what you mean by that. What do you mean? Oh, and now EBT? They stopped taking people to the store? Uh-huh. Schedule an induction. Sebastian, why? Don't do that. Why do you want to be induced? I mean, okay, no. I understand why you want to be induced. Being pregnant, especially the last few weeks of pregnancy, is like hell on earth. You're not allowed to apply for EBT while in reentry. Bree, what's going on, lady? Yeah. Oh, Sebastian, you poor thing. You're 40 weeks, and every time I schedule one... Oh, I'm sorry, Miriam. Let's see, you're 40 weeks, and every time I schedule one, they came back before the induction date. Oh, so is this... Oh, my God. Let's see. Yes, you were in my state. Yeah, see, okay. See, I don't know anything about them going to the store and all that stuff. Let's see. I wish my brother had TikTok, Lavender, and him. Huh? And so, why am I getting so many requests today? Oh, I get it. So maybe if you okay, Sebastian. Hey, Big Sash. All right. What's going on, Cynthia? Okay. So here's the thing, or here's a question I have for you. Are we talking about the show Orange is the New Black? Gee, no, we're talking about real life. We're talking, what? No, we're talking about real life. Mm-mm. Yeah, not television. Oh, I'm good. Just talking about this reentry stuff. Oh, you and the person you were writing. Well, y'all make sure you at each other, you silly billies. If you don't at each other, I think you're talking to me. And then I get confused. Hey, superstar boss. All right. So why do you think, and this is for y'all to answer, why do you think companies that profit from incarceration are allowed to profit from rehabilitation too? Why do you think that is? Why do you think, good Lord, no. Why do you think, yep, because corruption. Mm-hmm. Because it doubles their money. Yeah. It's a business, corporate greed, just like any other business. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. It's pretty wild. Oh my God. Decline. Dang. I'm sorry, y'all. My brain is like, why are so many people trying to battle? Let's see. It's a lot about profit over people, absolutely. To ensure they continue extracting value from them, uh-huh. Oh, talking about the cartels, mm-mm. Capitalism, mm-hmm. If they keep the recidivism rate high, they make more money, absolutely. It also gives people a problem to run off of. Natalie, how's it going? Thanks for getting your daily heart me. It gives people a problem to run off of as well. Let's see, they are not helping the clients. Those people are abused in the program, so they go to jail. Well, I don't know about abuse in there, but I know that they're like exploited, definitely, which is what I'm about to get into next. A reason to raise taxes. Uh-huh. All right. You know what? I'm going to get this out of the way. We're almost at the top of the hour. We're going to go into another battle. I'm going to accept this one from Marlia. Let's see how this goes. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Well, I'm about to end my live, and so normally I just like to connect with someone that suggested, and it said that you were someone that I should connect with.
Oh, awesome.
Yes. How are you today?
Oh, good. I'm just talking to my people about how reentry is a scam. Prison
What is
stuff.
reentry?
Oh,
What is reentry?
okay. It's a type of program that happens when people get out of prison. It's supposed to be geared towards reform and like helping them go back into society, but it really doesn't. It doesn't.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested in more information.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, my content is basically about why women should not get together with dudes that are in prison or coming out of prison.
Okay.
I was in law enforcement, in internal affairs, and I saw a lot of women end up getting manipulated into committing crimes, and they had like clean records and stuff before. And so that's what I talk about. But I talk about some of those side things that like people don't tend to talk about, like reentry is one of the things. Because, we pay taxes and we're paying taxes towards something that does not work at all. And it's not designed to work. So yeah, that's what I talk about.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm happy that we connected because that is so interesting. Both of my parents were actually in law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
So my mom and my dad. My dad did a lot of like DEA stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom, she did everything under the sun. Obviously the entry level, traffic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But she did undercover work. So she worked in strip clubs.
She was a honeypot. Uh-oh.
Yes. My mom had the body yaddy.
Mm-hmm.
And she also then did forensic science towards the end. So she like literally did so many different things. she is like my like idol for how much stuff that she like went through and did is wild. For
Wow. That is amazing. Your mom is a hero.
Sure. Yes. So I will say that growing up with that, obviously I learned a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have if I didn't have those type of parents. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like obviously about the system, and of course every dinner table was unique conversations about what happened.
I'll bet.
So I learned a lot of valuable information that I feel like a lot of people are naive to. So I love that you are educating people on some things that people may or may not know about just because they've never had that experience or never had someone in that experience as well. So that is very cool. I love that.
Thank you. Oh,
yes.
man.
What did you do in law enforcement?
Oh, well, I first started off as just a regular correctional officer, but then I eventually moved up into internal affairs. So I was busting not just inmates, but like bad staff members as well to just protect the community. Yeah, I was also a victim advocate for SA cases. And I was, because I guess I'm not qualified anymore, but I was an FBI trained crisis negotiator as well. And I also conducted like lie detector tests. Not polygraph, but the ones that use, it's CBSA. It uses your voice to capture, like, if you're lying or not. It's like a weird science, but it's awesome.
Right. Do you want to do just like a friendly battle? And then I've got some little questions if you want.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Cool. Love it. This is awesome. Yay. Okay. What is your favorite, coffee or energy drinks?
Ooh, I don't do energy drinks anymore. I've gotten older. I'm like, I cannot be on those. And as far as coffee, I don't know, like the Kirkland breakfast blend. I love that Costco coffee. I'm not fancy.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works. I think I use the K-cups, just whatever is like the regular Folgers. Doesn't have to be anything, wild for that. Okay. Cool. Are you a morning person or a night owl? Sorry, I have something in my eye.
I don't know. I'm actually, okay, because since I've been going live, I'm like up, like, it seems all the time. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm definitely a night owl through and through. You'll see me on here until like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't sleep. Sometimes I'm up until 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you see me live at 2 o'clock in the morning, I am there. It is me. I just can't. I've just never been a good sleeper.
Oh, no.
Never been a good sleeper. I don't know why. Would you rather have free food or free Wi-Fi forever?
Gosh. I would have to say free Wi-Fi. I would have to have free Wi-Fi because I need my news. I need to know what's going on in the world. And I also need to be able to conduct business and stuff like that.
Very true. Very true. And connect with people because obviously you can do that over
Wi-Fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you a cat or a dog person?
Oh, I'm a dog person, technically. But I like cats, but I'm scared of them. I'm scared of cats.
Really?
They do too much. Yeah. They're smart and they're sneaky and they can like jump up really, really high. So I feel like they would scare me to death.
Yeah, I'm a dog person. I've got 2 German Shepherd dogs. So yes.
Yeah.
And I'm allergic to cats. So I hate to say, I mean they're okay, but
I'm allergic to both. I didn't know I was allergic to dogs. I had always had like poodle mixes my whole life. And my sister and I live together, and she has like a dog that's like a poodle mix. But then I wanted a golden retriever and got one, and then everybody in the house was like, gonna pass away. Like, it was bad.
No.
I had no idea my whole life that I was allergic to dogs.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Maybe it's like the dandruff, because my mom, she's not necessarily allergic to cats or dogs, but like dandruff, she like has a sensitivity to that. So that could be it. Who knows?
Yeah, we had to go get like a new HVAC system and everything.
Wow.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yes. Oh, what do you think is the most overrated fast food chain?
In-N-Out.
Oh, you are quick with that.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be a story or something with it. What?
Okay.
What did In-N-Out do to you?
Well, everybody, like when I moved to, because I was also in the Air Force, and they had In-N-Out all over the place, and I had never been. And I was like, okay, well, let's try it. And I was like, why did we just pay all this money for this burger that tastes like my mom made it?
Right. Nothing special.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it.
Okay. Yeah. I got some people over here saying In-N-Out for sure too. For me, it's Wendy's. I do not like Wendy's at all. I'd rather starve to death than eat anything from Wendy's. It's not. It just is so disgusting. Like chili in a fast food restaurant. Like, oh, I can't do Wendy's.
That's my number 2. That's my number 2. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they've always been overpriced. And they've always been overpriced for like what? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Ooh, do you think pineapple belongs on pizza?
Dang it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes and no, but it depends on the pizza.
Okay.
I don't think it belongs on pizza if you're getting your pizza from like Domino's.
Okay.
But if you do it right, like if you're doing a homemade pizza, okay, and you've got your sauce tailored right, you've got all your things tailored right, because it will be like, okay, ham on the pizza.
Right.
It has to be right.
Okay.
So I would say mostly no, but it would have to be done right. Because I've had it before and it was good.
Right.
Hold on a second. Did my crew hit you? Who hit her with a hammer?
It's okay.
Who hit her with a hammer? No.
Like
No.
To me, it's like a crown.
Last night, and I still haven't found the culprit. We were battling a very young man, and he was dancing. And then one of my people was like, well, what's he dancing to? Because he was dancing hard. He was dancing really hard. And when I unmuted him, because I usually mute so I could talk to my people, when I unmuted him, he was dancing to no music. The only thing you could hear was him breathing and the sound of his clothes. And somebody, I'm telling you, and he was the most darling thing. But then somebody in my group hit that child with a hammer twice. And I was dying. I was like, who did it and why? Why? And then somebody in here is throwing hammers again, and I have no idea who did it. Somebody, and nobody would fess up. Yeah, Restless Streamer in here is like, nobody fessed up to it.
I love it. I
We
think
have
they're
a-
like crowns to me. I think they're funny. They're fun. Obviously, again, for me, I just love making connections. And anyone who is in my room, please make sure you give Lavender some love. You are so nice.
Thank you. I'm following you now.
Yes, thank you.
All right, and I want to say thank you. Oh, to Morgan, aka Butterfly. Thank you so much for contributing to Marlia and y'all. Everybody in here, House of Beautiful Bullies, Junie and Sassy. Thank y'all so much, and everybody else that contributed to this battle. I really do appreciate y'all.
Yes. Well, I know it's awkward and weird, and you're like, who is this random lady? Like sending me an invite. But I appreciate you accepting me because it's like meeting people like you. And Morgan was someone that I did the same thing with. I met her randomly, and now we're friends, and and she is awesome as well. So I just appreciate you being open, and I can't wait to come into your live and listen to more
Wonderful.
about everything that you talk about.
Okay. Yeah, we also do role plays. We might not get to them today, but we do role play. Yes, we do ridiculous. And I do have to warn you, we can get a little rowdy.
Okay. All right. I'm here for it.
We can get a little rowdy.
Okay. Okay. Well, mine get a little more comedic. We get rowdy, but it's more comedy, laughs, like your stomach's gonna hurt at night. So normally during the daytime is when I do my normalize, but then at night, like, be ready to laugh.
Okay.
So.
That actually sounds like a good mix.
It is. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your day.
You too. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Oh, she was so nice. She was so nice. Oh, Junie, you. It was you. Okay, see, Junie, at least you fessed up to the hammer. Somebody last night, and now I'm like really. Somebody last night threw a hammer at this child. Somebody threw a hammer at this baby, and all he was dancing to was the sound of his own clothes. Okay, that was it. We have no idea who did it. We got no idea. How do you throw a hammer? I don't know, because I've never thrown one. Yeah, somebody hit that child with a hammer twice. Restless Streamer is saying, thank you for fessing up, because last night nobody could be honest. This poor kid. Oh my God, we were in such bad shape last night because it was just crazy. It was just so crazy because that child was just, he had all the moves. And Nina, I don't think Nina's in here right now, but she was like, what's he listening to? Because like, what on earth is he dancing to that hard? And I unmuted him because I usually mute, my opponent. He had no music whatsoever. And that poor child, like, it was like, bam, bam, hit with a hammer. I'm like, why? And at that point, I believe we were winning. Like, there was no, it was just funny. It was just funny. Miso suggested offering up a bounty for the hammer thrower. Y'all, that was so crazy. But thank you so much. Right, it was wrong. It was wrong, but it was so, oh my God. Like, I was trying not to laugh, but I couldn't help, like, when I saw it happen, I was like, why? I couldn't believe it. But thank you all so much for participating in that battle. That was really fun. I hope y'all had fun. She was really nice. Oh, we are almost ready for hey, we've got just a few more 26 roses to go, and then we can open up the panel for discussion. Thank you so much. Yes, and it's time because my watch is blaring at me. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can't contribute to the live goal, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, we did the live goal. Okay. So let's see. Did I finish this one? No, I didn't. Okay. All right. I'm going to open this up though. We are going to have a little fireside chat. We're going to have a fireside chat about reentry. Uh-oh.
I just learned that during the victory lap, you can tap on the top 3 gifters. It'll open up and it will show you what power-ups they got. The top 2 gifters got power-ups. House of Beautiful Bullies. You have a glove and a mist you can only use for this live in battles during the next 5 days. So, for everyone, do y'all know how to check your backpack? It's where you tap the gift. Then down at the bottom, it'll be right by the exclusive. It's like a little lunch pail looking thing. You tap on that, and then it'll open up and show you your power-ups. So I just wanted everybody to know, because the House of Beautiful Bullies was saying, how do you throw a hammer? So I wasn't sure she knew she had that. Okay, she said okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for that Kit Kat. I want to say thank you to, hold on, come on now, give them back. Okay, good. Thank you so much to Melissa, Mandy, Momo, Twyla, Star, Flockin, Breed, Georgia Peach, Kit Kat, Shane. That's cute, Shane on you. Caitlin, Restless Dreamer, Natalie, Shayonce, Narcisse, Pixie, Sassy, Triple Heart, Shenron, Love Pink, and Vanilla, and Lindsay. Oh, that's Hope. Thank you all so much for completing the rose goal. All right. Got a finger heart goal going. Oops, I don't want 5,000. That's crazy. That's a silly number. All right. All right. We might be able to do some role plays. Now, I'm not sure. We'd have to do role plays that have nothing to do with reentry because, I mean, unless you want to play your scammiest reentry. Sorry. That program owner who can be the scammiest. Or we could come up with another type of role play. Jeez. Oh, God. Oh, Phoenix, thank you so much for the finger hearts. Oh, my God. Nobody wants to go. Does anybody have any questions? Or, okay, listen. Because this is open and I know, like, I'm seeing new people, like, every day. Oh, Junie, you just got to Gifter level 14. Congratulations. I'm seeing new people every day. Okay? If you have any questions about anything that's, like, prison related or whatever, you know. Oh, you have no idea how TikTok works? Oh. You want to come up and ask some questions? Hey, Caitlin.
Hey, I don't have anything in particular, but I'm always declining the opportunity to come up because I have a toddler here.
Oh.
Just like Kit Kat, who, anytime I open my mouth, she decides to join in on the conversation.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to come say hey and say thank you again for what you do. And that was a fun battle.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying these battles. I'm not going to lie. So, but that being said, I'm taking your lead and following the instructions on the way to battle. So, thanks again. I'm not going to be up here long, but
okay.
I wanted to come say hey. And that it's not scary, everybody.
Yeah, it's not. It's not as, yeah. Now, now here's the thing. I've had this thing in the works for a while for the real, like the big battles. Okay. Oh, Danger Kitty, come on up. Yeah, for the real battles. I want to make like a show of it. Okay. I want it to be like a ridiculous, like I want the big battles to be like a thing. And we're going to level up. Okay. Like, as we level up, the show, the battle, is going to get even more ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I mean I'm crafting. I'm crafting.
It's so great that you're having fun with those.
I'm excited to do some, like, really, like, the big ones. Like, the agency ones. That'll be bigger. Like, the serious ones. Yeah. I can't wait to do those.
Nice.
But, yeah. I'm going to be
I
crafting.
have questions about lie detector tests, actually.
Yes, go ahead. What you got?
One of my questions is, if you don't know the truth yourself, right? When somebody asks you a question on the lie detector, how do you determine that?
What do you mean? Like...
So I think, okay, I think I'm going to put on my camera. Hold on a second. It's always better when you can see my beautiful face.
What you got, kitty?
So my question is, I know this sounds crazy, okay? What happened is years ago, I thought I saw Splenda Man, but I don't even believe in Splenda Man. I caught him out of the corner of my eye, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, how can I even believe that?
Wait. Danger Kitty, do you mean Slender Man?
Yes.
You said Splenda Man. I was like, somebody's trying to give you artificial sugar. Okay, girl. So you thought you saw...
But I don't even believe in him. Like, how can you see something you don't even believe in, right? And I'm like, oh, well, I gotta tell somebody in case I die, right?
What the hell? what's your question about the lie detector? Wait, so...
So it was really driving me crazy because, like, I know I saw him, but I didn't die. I know this sounds stupid. And I was going to get a lie detector for myself. I wanted to hire a lie detector to see if I really saw him or not. And
that's not
it
going to
doesn't
work.
that way.
That's not going to work because you think you saw him.
Really?
Yeah. So
Does that mean I would pass the lie detector?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. No.
It's really weird. So does that mean, and I'm not even trying to figure out how to pass a lie detector or anything, but does that mean if you really believe something, it doesn't matter if it's a lie, if you really believe it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you basically, if you really believe your own lie, it's the truth, it's your reality.
Well, if that's the thing, like if you believe something, yeah. And so that's why
I don't know how to explain it, but sometimes I feel like I don't know my own mind well enough.
Uh-huh.
So I wanna ask myself questions in a way I can't, filter it through what I want the answer to be, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate that answer because, so you can't lie detector yourself.
No, you can't. And Sebastian's asking that's why they're not admissible in court anymore. Well, here's the thing. What's going on, Miso? It's not that. Okay, because, like, the test that I would do, like, I would never test a person for that because it's like, why? But it's based, like, you have to formulate the questions properly. So, like, I'm trying to think, like, actually, no, there's no way to test for your scenario. But if it's something like, okay, did you steal from work? Like, did you steal a keyboard from work? Okay. Yeah, just a yes or no answer. And you can figure it out. Like, but you have to get like baseline information and whatnot. Yeah.
So recently I had a cold and I had a doctor's appointment, not for the cold. It was just like at the same time, right? And I knew I had a cold. And the doctor looked and said, "Oh, your head's all stuffy. It's not all in your head." It is all in your head because your head's stuffy. But like, she just automatically assumed that like I didn't believe myself or I had doubts about whether or not I was actually sick. And I didn't doubt myself at all. But it made me wonder about the things I doubt about myself, like the things I don't believe myself about and the things I do believe myself about. So, like, seeing Splendor Man was so weird because I don't see things. Like, I don't have visual hallucinations as far as I know, okay?
Uh-huh.
And it was so outside of the realm of my reality that I wanted to dismiss what I saw. But I also had heard once, okay, I'm sorry, I know I'm talking a lot.
No, it's okay. No, because this is actually a good question.
Okay, so I heard once when when the Native Americans saw the ships coming over the sea, they never saw anything like it. So they didn't even see that it was there until it was really close. They'd seen it day after day after day. They didn't know what it was. So like their mind just disappeared it. You know what I mean? So I think that like, to me, that's really interesting because if you don't believe in something, you're not going to be able to see it. So really, you have to be open-minded, but not so much your brain falls out. How do you do that?
I don't know. That sounds like you need to watch the Gaia channel, or you either need to watch the Gaia channel or you watch too much Gaia channel.
I don't even know what Gaia channel is.
Okay, then you need to watch the Gaia channel then. Actually, maybe you don't. No, the Gaia channel has a lot of interesting stuff on like ancient civilizations and like aliens, ancient aliens, and like just a bunch of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Just a bunch of stuff.
I'm having a hard time taming my own brain. You know, actually, I really liked what you said the other day about being neurodivergent. And I think that it's one of the things I really like about what you're doing here. You're becoming so much more I don't like this platform. People are bullies. I'm not saying any particular person. As a group of human beings are horrible. Individuals can be great, but as a group, we're terrible. You know what I mean? We're friggin' terrible. And I love how comfortable you're getting. And honestly, so I'm a fan. And you're getting better all the time. And
Thank you.
It's really fun to see. And I love that you're not letting people get under your skin and all of that. And one of my favorite things about you, okay, is I know I didn't make a good first impression, but you weren't done with me then. You still got room for me in your family. And now you know I'm exactly the person I was when I first came, but you like me now. That's the difference.
I liked you before. You're just a little batshit, and it's okay.
I want to not be batshit, but it turns out the whole world is batshit. So I'm like, I'm gonna spread my fucking wings. Spread those wings. Be the batshittiest. What the hell?
Heck yeah. No, I think. Oh my God, you would love the Gaia channel. I think you would love it. I think you would love it. Let's see, like, how do you get it? I know we got it through like Prime Video, like it's a Prime Video add-on.
Are you trying to make me go through rabbit holes? I don't do rabbit holes.
You look like you do. I think you might. You might. No, but this is actually it's got some interesting stuff on there.
Yeah.
Oh, Miso is happy. Yeah, exactly, Miso. Heck yeah. Ooh.
I wanted to know too, because I know you're a profiler and everything, okay?
No.
No, you are.
Not technically. Okay, I just want to say, I want to put that out there. Not technically. However, I do have some skills, but I cannot officially call myself a profiler. I have never been officially trained in that.
You being all honest and humble. Oh my gosh, you're terrible. The more I get to know you.
I haven't been trained in that. Like, I can't call myself that. But I mean, how did Liam Neeson say it? I have a specific set of skills.
So, I wanted to know the other day when we were doing the role playing, right? Did you catch the fact that I was gifting Reckless when he was going against me? Were you catching that?
No.
What were you thinking was the psychology behind that? Were you thinking, shit, she just doesn't want to come up again, right?
What?
Were you even thinking about
I didn't even know.
My opponent?
I didn't even notice that.
Okay.
What?
Oh my God, I forgot who I'm doing this in front of. Like, she's gonna know how fucked up I am.
I didn't even notice that.
How fucked up I am. I'm just that shit like everybody else. Okay.
Do you like the way we're doing the role plays now?
You know what? I love what you're doing, and I love how you're getting so much more comfortable. Personally, I wish you were doing more true crime, and then, like, especially if you knew people were connected and had them come in and talk, because, I mean, true crime is, you know what I mean? It's great. But I absolutely love what you do, and I'm wicked. And honestly, you've gotten so much more comfortable, and I really like it when you dress up in silly outfits. I know that's stupid, but I feel like you get a lot more views when you do it.
I just do it because I'm...
That looked like a condom. No, I mean, it was like and the people were making fun of it. That was great for you.
That was a hazmat suit.
I know, but
not a condom.
All these people came to see what you were doing, and that was good because you ended up with a lot more views, and I fucking love that. Oh, but my favorite is the glasses and the watch. Like, you look so professional.
I need glasses.
One day you were wearing glasses.
Yeah, because I was having a problem with my eye, and I couldn't wear contacts that day.
I thought it was one of your wearing
No, I
Look
can't,
at the eyelashes.
I can't see. I wear glasses because I can't, I've been wearing glasses since I was 3 years old. I can't see anything.
You look so wicked professional. You look like you should be running for office or like a notary republic. Or
Don't
something.
say that out loud. Cause you're gonna, like, don't say anything about me running for office because my father will, like, hear it. Like, his spider senses will go off and then he'll show up in the live.
Well, when that happens, okay, wear your glasses and your watch so you look professional. Because
No.
you're great at it. You know? So, for real, I really enjoy you, and it's really nice to see you grow on this, and I hope you really grow a lot on this platform.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I was thinking, because people are like, yeah, where's the podcast? And I'm like, you guys, I just started this. This is like, I'm starting month number 4. Okay, November is month number 4 that I've been going live.
I mean,
I just started.
It's fantastic, and you're doing really good. And I love how comfortable you were. I actually think that's because you are neurodivergent to be so comfortable. Like, I keep trying to say goodbye to you because, like, I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't even. Anybody smell my breath from there? Oh my God! No.
What?
Terrible. You know what I mean? So I love the fact that you have. So much, like, I don't know. It's good. It's good. You got it. You got it going on, and your daddy's right. Yeah. Yeah.
No, he was trying to pressure me back in the day, and he was like, you need to be running for office. You would have some. I'm like, no, I'm not running for crap.
She's right. You have it. You have, like, you're a good speaker.
Mm-hmm.
You're thoughtful. I just, you know, I can see why he would think that way. God forbid our parents think well of us. What the hell?
Yeah,
What
plus...
a terrible parent to think well of you.
Yeah, plus I have, like, other family members in office. I have a family member, like, a distant relative that was an ambassador. But I'm not running for crap. I'm not y'all, I'm not professional enough to run for anything. I cuss too much. I yell too much. I'm too much like my dad. I can't do it. I
believe you could do anything you set your mind to, so I'm going to get off
do that.
now so I don't lecture you. But you're wonderful. You're all wonderful.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bye, Danger Kitty. Oh my goodness, y'all. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can't contribute to the live goal, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. Let's see. What did I miss in the chat? Oh, what's going on, Psychic Queen? Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know, Miss Kitty. If I could, no. I'm not interested in running for office. I think that's too much pressure for me. And I'm like, how do I say that? Like, I feel like that part of my life, like that part where I was thinking about doing it, like that is over. I'm just trying to chill out. And the most kind of work I'm trying to do is like this and like expanding this into something bigger than that. But running for office, nah. Oh, that's good, Psychic Queen. Does anybody have any questions about anything? It doesn't, okay, like at this point, it doesn't even have to have anything to do with this topic. Okay, because I know sometimes we have people that like just want to catch the live because they have an actual question about like something in the realm, okay? Something in the realm, but may not have been able to get up on the panel at another time. And that is okay, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be about this particular topic. Because, like, I know there's a lot of people affected by reentry, but, you know what I'm saying? Going once, going twice. Because if not, I will just go back to this. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change this layout. I'm going to change the layout. However, okay, you'll still be able to request up if you want to, okay? It does not, The boxes don't actually have to be there for you guys to request up. You can request up at any time. So if you do have a question, just request up, okay? And it's fine. All right. So let me get back into this because we were talking about the conflict of interest, okay? So you've got, let's see. Stop making money, close loop. Oh, no. Okay, exploitation under job training. That's the next section we were going to talk about, okay? And real quick, before we get into that, let me talk about my top viewers. All right. House of Beautiful Bullies is number 1. Momo's number 2. Junie's number 3. Kit Kat's number 4. And Caitlin is number 5. Thank you all so much. Exploiting labor under job training. That is what's happening at a lot of reentry places, okay? They're pushing participants into work programs. Okay, but here's the twist. The work programs often involve unpaid or underpaid labor. Kind of like... Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's like more close to a work release. Because I don't think people that are in prison, but they go into a work release program are actually paid fairly either. I don't think they are. But I'm not 100% on that. But yeah, when they're reentry, they're not necessarily getting paid at all, or it's definitely underpaid. Yeah. So they call it training, but there's no certification, no guarantee of a job, okay, and no fair wage. So you've got people literally working for like $2 and $3 an hour, okay, in private industries while living in the facilities. God. You know what, y'all? Let's see, sometimes there's some kind of kickback to the business for hiring a certain amount of felons. Yeah, sure is. Let's see, that didn't happen in my program, but I know it does happen. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not rehabilitation, it's legalized exploitation. Now, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard any official or anybody talking about like sweatshops. How we have people in here condemning sweatshops in other countries. Put a 1 in the chat. If you hear people like, no, don't buy from these people because they utilize sweatshops. Okay, so I see some people have seen it, right? And like and then when you learn what a sweatshop is, you're like, oh my God, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Well, we might not have the conditions that are like as terrible. However, yep, they haven't made minimum wage livable in decades. Exactly. Like, what do you call that? It's already bad enough that we don't have minimum wage is not a living wage. That's crazy. But when we're talking about reentry folks, when we're talking about hey, wait a minute. You're able to get... Now, what happened? Miso, do you realize this is like the first time, at least, okay, the first time that I'm recognizing it, but I feel like this is the first time you've been able to request up when it was configured like this.
No, I've been able to do this since when I was questioning it and Kit Kat had me send their screenshots. I just never noticed those 2 little people at the bottom. I didn't know what that button was for. I was just being stupid the whole time. The whole time.
Are you freaking serious, Miso?
I was a dum-dum. Super dum-dum.
I thought there was something wrong with your settings.
We all did, but I was just a little simpleton. Showed me, and I was just like, anyways.
Oh my God. Anyway.
So I was going to piggyback off what we were saying, like, when it comes to sweatshops. Like, yeah, it's terrible. They got kids out there working. They're not getting educations.
they're out there getting harmed in extremely, extremely like terrible environments because the regulations in other countries obviously are not what they are here, and we're not even top when it comes to that. I mean, we got other countries that are like really like blowing past us when it comes to workplace regulations and things like that to keep people safe. But another thing that people don't think about is like we live in such a terrible capitalist society that, you know, we're relying on far more outsourcing of our resources, our building materials, our products, things like that, that we don't even make it to where we can make things in the United States in order to keep the living wage bearable. Like, we wouldn't have to keep raising the minimum wage if us as a country wouldn't keep making it so where we can't actually afford the things that we need to live. It's terrible. It's not just sweatshops and kids. It's we can't even make our own tennis shoes here, so we have to rely on the sweatshops in, you know, the Philippines, because we can't even make, you know, adults make them here because they won't make a society in which it's possible. They won't, you know, they're too greedy with trade agreements and tariffs and all this kind of stuff that we can't even. You know, made in America used to be such a proud thing.
Yep.
And it was a little bit more, but it wasn't unbearable back in the day. Now we can't even do it. Like, you hear all these people, you know, when tariffs got to be such a big, you know, thing, you know, a few months ago, people were like, we can just make our stuff our own. Yeah, that's laughable. Do you know what kind of money it would cost in order to build, you know, companies here on this soil, to buy the land, to get the materials from, you know, Canada and Mexico? That's where we get our steel and our aluminum and our wood and things like that. We can't even have our own materials here the way things have gotten so capitalist. It's just,
yeah. It's really nasty. Nobody's gonna come up off of their profits and go backwards.
And I get we have this whole thing where the government can't interfere with private entities and private trade. You know, that's kind of a sticky place. But when you have, 1% of the U.S. holding 90% of the money, there's got to be a change. There's no reason for somebody to have that much wealth that they can't spend in 4 or 5 generations, while there are people literally starving on the streets because they cannot pay their rent, because they're allowing private corporations to buy up private income homes. That, you know what I'm talking about? Like, whenever the housing boom happened a couple years ago, we were lucky to get our home real quick because these people just wanted to get out and move to Florida and be little snowbirds. So we were super lucky to get our really nice home and where we're at. And they had this house 2 properties down, that was taken from them because they got a reverse mortgage and they didn't pay on it. Anyways, they literally sold that hoarded cat pee house for like $50,000 over market, and nobody could even bid on it because some corporation 6 states away just threw in the highest bid they possibly could to take it, so they could buy it, flip it for as cheap as possible, and then rent it, resell it. And that's what's happening in America today.
Yep.
And they're worried about sweatshops in Indonesia.
It seems like we're always pointing the finger at other places. Not saying that what other countries are doing is right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, as much as they love to, you know, thump the Bible, whatever happened to take the plank out of thine own eye? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not familiar with that one. Can you explain it?
Basically, you know, take care of your own house before you talk shit about somebody else. Like, go fix your stuff before you talk about the stuff that's happening over at your neighbor's house.
That's true.
Yeah, don't throw stones in a glass house, basically.
Yeah. And that, like, taking care of these other countries, I understand there's, like, situations where you have to be, like, in a political sense. Like, you know, we have the UN and all that. We have to protect our allies and things like that. But when it comes to our home, we cannot be worrying about handing our resources and finances over to other people when our own people have no resources and finances.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's gross. It's gross.
And I know there's a lot more into that than us as civilians could possibly understand. You know, in the deep, dark parts of it when it comes to these agreements and protecting other areas in order to protect our own people. But it's just, at the bare, cut and dry, like, looking through the glass and looking through the mirror, there's no reason we should have people on the street, no reason we should have people making $7.55, living off of the government in order to even feed their kids,
Yeah.
while we're handing it over to other people. And It's just, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think one of my favorite documentaries, I don't know, some people like Michael Moore, some people hate him, but one of my favorite documentaries ever is one of his. And it's called Capitalism, a Love Story. Okay? And there was so much crazy stuff that I didn't even know was happening in our country that people were just getting away with. That made absolutely no sense. Like how you got Walmart, you know, who's like one of the richest corporations in our country. But it's like they'll help somebody sign up for food stamps. They'll help their workers.
I've heard that. I heard that somebody said that those people like them purposefully hire low income people in order to reverse that. And they get like incentives or something like that for hiring these people too.
Mm-hmm.
So they hire the poor, they keep the poor wages down, and then they get kickbacks for hiring the poor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. So I used to work for Walmart, y'all. They paid me exactly enough money. They calculate in every area about how much money a single mom with like 1 or 2 kids can make and still afford to pay rent. And at the time, we got like a subsidy for our electricity bill. We got SNAP. We got Medicaid. We got daycare for the kids during the day. So the only thing I could really afford to pay was my rent and the water bill, and like put a little bit of gas in my car, and like, you know, liability insurance for my car. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And a few clothes for my kids. But everything else was subsidized by the government. Walmart is the ultimate welfare queen.
Mm-hmm.
People always want to talk about welfare queens. They're not the single moms. They're these huge corporations that are not paying their people enough because they know exactly how much they can pay each person to make sure that they get the government benefits. And that pays what they would have to pay normally for people who come and work for them.
And you would think the government would say, no. You would think they would say,
tax cuts they make them pay less taxes for hiring those people.
it is a nasty, nasty system.
And then they give them their little employee discount. And so it incentivizes these already poor people already on these government programs that they're getting kickbacks for to shop in the stores that they work at.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and you're exhausted when you get off work too. So it's like a whopping 10%. But am I going to go through the effort to go to another store when I just work there and I got to go home and be with my kids now? No, I'm going to get all the stuff here, even though I hate the company, even though I don't want to work here, because now I'm exhausted. I'm a single mom and I got to go home and take care of my kid.
Mm-hmm. And you want to know something else? And they probably still do it because this was like totally legal. Y'all, I'm about to tell you something that I saw in this documentary that is probably still true. Walmart, and there's a bunch of other corporations that do this, Walmart would take out a life insurance policy on its own staff members.
Yes.
And then when they pass away, dead peasant insurance, when they pass away, Walmart would collect a check and nothing goes to the family of the person that passed away.
I remember that story in that documentary. I believe she was a baker at Walmart.
Yes.
Her worked at Walmart. They got some huge amount of money while he was like basically having bake sales to pay for her burial.
Yup. And there's a bunch of other corporations that do that shit too. And somehow that's allowed. Don't know. And they don't have to tell you. You don't know about it. They don't have to tell you. And
I found out about it because the insurance company accidentally mailed something to his house, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Somehow he accidentally got some paperwork and found out about it. Otherwise, he never would have known.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
And we know why these insurance companies are letting them do this because, of course, insurance works on the chance of probability. They hope to make money and make profit by the time they have to pay out. That's how insurance companies work.
Mm-hmm.
And if people didn't know that, I'm sure they did. Nobody's stupid like that. But I just don't understand how a corporation can do that for their employees. It is nothing but greed.
Yeah, it's freaking weird. Anna. Oh my God, Anna. I haven't seen you in so long. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, it is legal. And it's crazy because you can't, like Michael Moore was saying, that's like how could I can't take insurance out on my neighbor's house. You know what I'm saying? Because then now I have like an interest in my neighbor's house burning down. So why is that legal for a corporation to take life insurance out on a human being? That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
I think they do it as in like a manner of like protection for the company itself in order to keep the money flowing into the government for purposes. So they try to view it as like, well, if say there was a terrible, this is going to be a big like example. Say there was a terrible flood, and 50% of their workforce passed away in the flood.
Yeah.
They're going to base it off, well, they need this money, they need this protection to keep their business afloat until they can get more employees in, because if that company were to go under, that in turn hurts the American capitalist system with the money flow. But it stopped being like keep us afloat. I'm sure it used to be back in the day, it started as keep us afloat. Now it's come to line our pockets.
Yeah.
And there's no oversight and regulation anymore on it. Because of course, all these rich people are in the pockets of all these people that are in the seats, if you know what I'm saying. And so that's why they keep letting this happen. It's crazy.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, wait. So it's saying, let's see, corporations known to have used these policies, many which have faced lawsuits and stopped the practice, includes Walmart. So Walmart's allegedly not doing it anymore. Walmart, Winn-Dixie, Dow Chemical, McDonald's, AIG, JCPenney, Nestle, Pepsi, Procter & Gamble, Pitney Bowes, American Electric Power, Fina Oil and Chemical Company, and Camelot Music. Yeah. Let's see. The Pension Protection Act significantly restricted this practice by eliminating the tax benefits for most non-key employees and requiring written notice and consent from the insured employee. That's good. That's real good, because that's crazy. How on earth? Because people were doing that mess without letting the person know that was, you know what I'm saying? They just did it. They were just doing that to people. Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, you can't go take a life insurance policy out on you, Lavender, without your consent. I mean, why would anybody else be able to? Just because they're a corporation? That's crazy. I'm glad they changed the law on that.
Yeah, I'm glad. But it's like, it looks like there's still companies that do this. Let me see. I'm looking at Yahoo Finance. Blah, blah, blah. For when a valued something like a CEO dies. But what about...
Yeah, but you know what that means? It says without consent. That means you really need to read everything you're signing when you're getting hired, which most people don't. They're just in a rush to get hired. They're on sign. And you could be signing for a policy because it says without consent. But with consent, they can still do it.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, it's looking like now they've made it so that the insured person and the company can split the profit. So, yeah, they've made some huge revisions to that stuff. Because that is tacky. That's some nasty stuff. But that's where we live. So when they're doing that to just us, you know what I'm saying, that are not felons, they're doing crazy stuff to people coming out of prison, okay? Just trying to work, okay? So none of that stuff, it's just straight up exploitation that's happening to people, okay?
Everybody who's in the working class, they view us all the same. If you're not in the top, like, 1 to 10% as far as money, you're one of us. Welcome to the bottom 90%, they look at us all the same.
Yeah. And that's actually what a lot of people need to understand. But yeah, so let's talk about this real quick. Let me talk about the top viewers. All right. House of Beautiful Bullies is number 1. Junie's number 2. Momo's number 3. Anna's number 4. Kit Kat is number 5. Thank you so much. So let's talk about no oversight, no accountability. Okay. So government audits of reentry programs rarely look beyond the paperwork. Okay, as long as the paperwork looks clean, the funding keeps coming. And there's no one checking to see if the program actually reduced recidivism. No one's checking if participants are treated fairly. No one's checking if the housing is safe, the food is clean, or the staff are trained. By staff trained, we've talked to a few people. Well, no, like 2 people, 2 women running reentry programs. One was running one was about to. Neither of those women, I don't think that one that had the one for 7 years, I don't think she had like a degree in social work or anything. And I know that other one, that nurse, didn't have a degree in social work. She didn't have anything that like would technically qualify her to be somebody that would help people re-enter society. The reason for that, though, is because it doesn't matter. Anna, thank you so much for the hand heart. Kit Kat, do you remember that? Like, that the first lady was upset.
One was like a nurse.
Yeah.
In a prison or something.
Yeah.
And like we didn't get what the other lady's degree was if she even had one.
Right. So you've got people. Oh, go ahead.
A lot of times what they're doing too is you got the main person that owns the place or whatever, or corporation or whoever owns the place, right? It's not a corporation, it's a non-profit. But so you got the main person as the head, and then the people under them, even if they are qualified, a lot of times who they're hiring is people who graduated from the program. They don't have degrees either.
So how on earth? So all you do, oh my God. Kit Kat, I'm about to enter into something. I need you to hold the live down, or you or me, so I need one of y'all to hold the live down real quick. I got to take a brief commercial break, but hold on, I got to write this down before I forget, because I just had a thought pop into my head that that makes me think of, hold on, before I forget it, hold on. Let's see. I'll be right back, okay? Whichever one of y'all can hold the live down. Which, Kit Kat, are you doing it?
Yeah, that's fine. Miso, do you want to? If not, I can do it.
I've already got you up there. I'll be right back. But yeah, I had to write this down because this is about to be crazy.
Alright, y'all. Please continue to like the live. When I'm on the big screen like this, you do that by just tapping lavender little square at the bottom. We are at 66,000 likes. That's awesome. Hopefully we can get to 100K if we power us out. We are at 90 out of 500 finger hearts. If we get to 500, we're going to do some really funny role plays. Hopefully some new people volunteer for that too, because I love doing the role plays. I love it when new people try it too. Misa is like the queen of the role plays. We also have subscriptions. We are at 35 out of 50. We need 15 more people to subscribe. It is $9.99 a month. Once we get to 50, we will be doing sub-only lives. You can still watch the sub-only lives. Anyone can watch, but only subscribers can content. So it's more, personable, like a smaller group. She's got some cool stuff she's going to share once we get to the 50. Personally, I tell you all this every day. I cut off my Paramount Plus and my Walmart Plus because I hadn't used either in like 6 months. I was just using it to like watch South Park, and like their episodes are so far away. I was like, I'll subscribe to it again once they're done with the season. But basically, it was just like taking money out of my account every month, and it wasn't going to help anything. Every penny you put in here, every tap, every like, every share, goes to help keeping women out of orange jumpsuits, because we're going to spread this message far and wide. So if you think this content is worthy, please consider subscribing. We would love to have you. Here she is.
All right, thank you so much, Kit Kat. Yep, I almost tripped over my sister's dog. He did not move for me when I went to leave my room. He's just laying on my rug. Ugh. Anyway, I almost tripped over that dog. Anyway, so yeah, Odin's a mess, y'all. Thank you again, Kit Kat. Okay, so here's what I was gonna get into, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if you remember those pill mills from not too far back in the day. What's going on, Roderick? If you remember those pill mills, Those pain pill, okay, from back in the day. All right. Kit Kat, you remember them? Nobody else is putting anything in the chat.
Yes, they deeply affected my family.
Ooh.
My dad was in a car accident in the 90s, and my mom fell down a flight of stairs. They both went to the doctor. They were both prescribed the same thing. And these are issues that affect my family today. It's very sad.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So, wait. Where doctors would just send out ridiculous amounts with the bare minimum care? No, pill mills, pain clinics, where people would just go to get like the prescription drugs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
oh,
I
okay.
saw documentaries. It was like somebody could go from 2 states over with a 3-month-old MRI image and go to a pain management clinic, and they'd send out 3 months worth of the highest amount of strongest things. That's what I meant by bare minimum care. Like, it took nothing to get what they wanted because they got money off of it.
Yeah, I saw a documentary.
I'm sorry, what?
I was gonna say I saw a documentary where where some guy, some random dude bought an MRI machine or an X-ray machine or something like that, and just hired somebody to do the X-rays on the same property, like in the parking lot of the pain of the pill mill. So they would go over and get their image and then walk over to get oh my God.
Yes, the pill mill, pharmacy, and the MRI place would often all be connected. So you were guaranteed, if you went to their MRI place, you were guaranteed that the MRI was going to say the right thing. So you could come back to the doctor, they could have your record, you could get the prescription, and you go, right in the same parking lot, you're going to go get filled. And the same people own all these things.
Okay, so
they were making sure you were able to get what you wanted.
So we all agree that the pill mills are terrible places. Those doctors involved are terrible people and should lose their licenses because they're unaliving folks, okay? The reentry scam. Okay, so same thing. Pill mill, you don't have to be a doctor to own a pill mill. Or you didn't have to be. You could just be some regular douchebag that's got some money that can rent out a storefront. And then you hire a doctor. It's a doctor, but it's a doctor. Okay. You hire a doctor who's shady as hell. Okay. But yeah, you didn't have to be anybody. Anybody, as long as you have the money, can go ahead and open up, or back in the day, could go ahead and open up one of those pain clinics. Okay. You did not have to be a medical professional at all. You could just be a regular old douchebag that's got some cash. Same thing with the reentry program. You could be a regular old douchebag that's got some money to open up a reentry program. You don't have to have any kind of education in helping folks at all. You don't have to have a degree in social work. You don't have to have a degree in in therapy or in mental health. Nothing. You don't have to have shit. You don't even have to have a degree at all. You could just be whatever and just have the capital to open up. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is fill out a grant and get yourself a reentry program opened up. You don't have to be anything. And then okay, so then you hire some people. You can hire a therapist. You can hire a freaking, but that therapist, like, what are they doing? The therapist that you hired isn't actually going to be doing real therapy. Or even if they are, they're technically, everybody that's working there is collecting a check. Because the program itself is not going to have any kind of long-term results. It's not going to do anything significant for the community. I can't really blame people for trying to get a job, but the people that actually start these things are garbage. And then that lady that came in, who was losing her mind, talking about reentry because she used to work for a reentry center, and then was asking me what my thoughts about it. And then when I said, like, oh yeah, I think it's a freaking scam, and then she got all offended, which, I can understand. Because a lot of people aren't really talking about that. It sounds nice on paper. Yeah, let's open up a facility that's gonna give people job skills and teach them how to write a resume and all this bullshit, and also like offer them some substance abuse stuff, or, offer them some freaking help with, their mental health, whatever. But as long as we don't do anything in society that fixes our real problems, which is people don't make enough money. Medusa, what's going on? Thank you for the Go Populars. As long as we don't fix our society and the way we treat people, the way we treat the poor, or, we're a rich enough country where we shouldn't have people not being able to live. Everybody in this country, I cannot stand it. Every time I hear that somebody is working like a mother, is working 2 and 3 jobs to try to survive. Nobody in our country should have to work more than 1 job. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Nobody in our country should have to work more than 1 job. You should only have to work 1 job. And in that one job, you should be able to buy a home. You should be able to replace your vehicle, okay, every, at least 5 or 10 years, okay? You should be able to save money. You should be able to take a vacation with your family. You should be able to have enough money to put your children through college. Put a 2 in the chat if you agree with me. You should be able to take care of your family and not have to worry. You shouldn't have to be robbing Peter to pay Paul. And you should be able to take a fucking vacation. I spent this whole time without, I don't know how many times, the F-bomb. But you should be able to take a vacation with your 1 job that allows you to purchase a home. Not just rent, but you should be able to purchase if you'd like to. You should be able to purchase a home, save money. Okay? You should be able to save money. You should be able to send your kids to college. You should be able to replace your vehicle if you want to. You should be able to do all those things with 1 job in this country. Because this country makes enough money for folks to be able to do that just fine. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe.
I heard somebody talking about, like, in the 60s and the 70s, how, it was normal to be able to, like, buy a home and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is because, like, the head of the company and the janitor didn't make that big of a difference in their pay. Because they thought everybody should be able, at that time, they were like, well, we should probably pay enough for him to support his family, right? For everyone. Well, let me not lie. They were discriminatory. Let me not say everyone. But that's the general thought process. I don't want to say everyone because that's a bold face up. And as more women entered the workforce, then they felt like, it's fine to pay them whatever because they don't have to be head of household, which is not true, but that's how they looked at it. And then people that are racist and things like that, they were like, well, you're not like me, so I don't have to pay you the same, which is terrible. But it was still even then though, like the wage gap between the janitor and the highest person at the company was not that big as it is now. Now you have the janitor making, like in Texas, I think our minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. You'll have the janitor making that, but you cannot live on that in Houston. And you'll have the CEO making $500,000 a year. The wage gap has become insane.
It's disgusting. Because you need those people to run your business. You need those people to run your business. And it's actually pretty interesting too, because when you think about the substance abuse problems, when you think about crime, substance abuse, alcoholism, all these issues, when you think about abuse, when you think about child abuse, a lot of people want to say, and this might actually be true in some cases, but like child abuse happens a lot because of poverty. When you have a mom who's trying to take care of things by herself, and maybe she makes a little too, like just barely, just a little too much money to get any kind of government assistance, she's going to be stressed out, and the children are going to suffer.
And then that piggybacks off of, how sexually freaked out, that's a new term that I've come to learn on TikTok, sexually freaked out men with also another addiction, which is corn, who don't know how to act like regular human beings. Like, I know back in the day when people were just doing it to have kids, there was some good stuff going on in those bedrooms. We're not going to pretend like people were just laying there and only doing it to have kids. So I'm not saying being extremely sexual is a new thing, but it wasn't so normalized to be so. I'm getting off topic, but I'm trying to make a point.
I'm like, you're killing me here, Miso.
No, like they are so overtly freaked out that they don't know what it's like to stay with one woman and be happy with one woman without seeking out other things. That's why the single mother epidemic is so much, and you can go into the statistics about how many men actually live in the home with their kids, who actually live in the home with the mother of their children. And also on top of it, with the poverty rates and stuff like that, men are suffering too. So a lot of men are also living paycheck to paycheck while not living paycheck to paycheck with another woman who's living paycheck to paycheck. And these corporations are, like you said, you think that they should be, treating their employees good because they need them. They do need them, but they rely on the desperation of people being in poverty to keep working at these jobs and keep picking these jobs because something is better than nothing. Because at the end of the day, even though the job sucks and you're only making $7.25, that $7.25 is better than nothing. So these corporations, especially during COVID, when they had fully stocked counters with people actually taking orders, and they realized that even with the desperation that was going on, people were still going to wait. Instead of 5 minutes in the drive-thru and complain, they would wait 35 minutes in the drive-thru and complain. And they realized that even if they had to wait that long with half the staff workers because people were afraid to go to jail, the money would still come in. And we all know that during COVID, or the pandemic, or whatever you want to call it, the what is it called when you make a certain amount? The profits increased. You think that would have been terrible because how much people were staying at home. The profits increased for these people. So these corporations realized they could work off bare minimum staffing, barely educated staffing, and still get more and more money. So this idea that we need the employees and we need to pay them livable wages, they realized that they could live off the desperation of people rather than the happiness of people.
Yep. It's dirty pool. It's dirty pool. Miso, thank you so much for bringing that home, because I was like, where in the hell are you going?
Just kind of getting that on about how men don't stay in the home and we don't have two people households anymore because they don't want to be in normal relationships anymore and be happy in normality. That's what I was getting at.
There's a lot of I got you. You scared me for a little bit. I was worried. All right.
I got the fism too.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so we are really creating a society full of desperate people all the time. And it's completely unnecessary. But we're doing it to feed the greed of, oh my God, I'm going to say it. And then my sister's going to be like, of the corporations. Damn it. My sister's always like, the corporations. I'm like, oh shit. And I always make fun of her. The corporations, I always say that to her. But yeah. And so we've got all these issues with crime that nobody's really trying to fix, but they're putting window dressing on it, calling it reentry. We're fixing the recidivism rate, not by making actual policy changes, but by building these facilities that are taking our taxpayer dollars to scam us. So it's like we get hurt twice. We get hurt twice by reentry programs. For real.
So all our tax dollars that could be better spent elsewhere.
Yes.
I don't know if I've told you my history with my wife, what she does. She worked when she first got off, she's always worked in some sort of health field, caring for people. Not health care, but health field. And she started off doing nannying, and then she did other stuff. But she started working for she was a DDP, which is somebody who works in a home with developmentally disabled people.
Mm-hmm.
It's those people in the home that do that. And then she moved up to house manager. And then she moved up to that person that's paid by a company to oversight the developmentally disabled individuals to make sure they were getting the services they needed and making sure they're being treated well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, eventually she went into, she was a director of a company. And until she was in that director position 2 years ago, she realized how disgusting these owners of these companies were. There were people with mansions, 3-4 mansions, hiring people off the street for $7.55 an hour. Mm-hmm. They would, you're supposed to be rug free, but they would let them get 2-3 chances to pass their rug tests. As long as they finally passed, there was no oversight and continued rug testing after that. They would constantly say, we're not going to give you raises because there's too much overtime, but because of how little they paid and the low quality of workers that they hired that only wanted the job just to say they had a job, and then they would quit 3 months later because of how terrible the conditions were. They would constantly do this in order to keep the money in their pockets. Ugh. We even had a gentleman who was wheelchair bound that they refused to purchase a van because you're supposed to legally have these people out in the community and interacting with individuals. They can't just stay in the house and be cooped up all day. Yeah. They refused to buy a van because the insurance would be too much. But they've got 3-4 mansions hiring healthcare CEOs to oversight who are only working 1 day every 3 months, got their daughters on the payroll while all these individuals are suffering on the basis of we're helping them. And that's the same thing with the reentry programs. These people are pocketing money, hiring unqualified workers, not doing oversight, all for the money. It's about money. Mm-hmm. And I wish we would have had these ladies on here, like when that nurse was up here and that other lady, I wish I would have been able to ask them, and if I wish they would have told me, are you going to donate every dollar of this grant or whatever it's called when they get the money for it? Mm-hmm. Are you donating every dollar of this money into the program or into the community? I wish they would have been honest and said, absolutely not. It's paying my bills. It's funding my this. It's funding this.
Yeah. Well, actually, okay, realistically, even if reentry wasn't a scam, they have to have some of that money. That money does have to go.
You know what I mean? Not living like a king off the grant. Mm-hmm. Because if you're only getting one felon out of every 300 doing well, you're not using that money right.
Yeah.
You're not.
But actually, nobody's using it right because it's impossible because our system isn't set up for reentry to work. Our system is set up for reentry programs to fail. So it would never work. I feel like they should just shut them all down. If you're going to do it like just shut it down. Shut them all down. But they'll never do that. They'll never do that because it's lining their pockets with taxpayer dollars.
And like Kit Kat has said before, like you can get these CDLs and you can get, I don't know about CDL in prison, but you can get like HVAC qualifications and things like that. Mm-hmm. And it sounds so great because like people that work on air conditioners, they do well for themselves. I'm not saying they're rich, but they're decent, blue collar work. Mm-hmm. But they can't go into people's private homes. They can't go into school systems. They can't go into any place that involves certain things depending on what their charge is. So you come out thinking, oh, my man's going to come out and he's got this certification and we're going to live good. He gets out and he can't get a job because he can't be around certain people. Mm-hmm.
Yep, same thing. Another reason, again, to just ditch him when he goes to jail. Like, don't get suckered into that mess. But yeah, they do have CDL programs in some prisons. Yeah, sure. But for real, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. But yeah, the people need to know that this stuff is a total scam. It's not helping anybody except for the people that own these. That's all. Yeah, they might be teaching job skills, but they're using people as cheap labor, and they're rarely getting any kind of certification. So, real quick, please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me and please subscribe. But yeah, would you consider it a real job program if the people don't get a livable wage or a guaranteed position afterwards? Like, what is the purpose of it? Like, if you're not going to get a job.
Well, absolutely not. The purpose is to make it look like they're trying their best to rehabilitate people while they make sure they fail and send them right back to those same programs, guaranteeing them tax dollars.
Precisely. That's why I say it's a scam. That is 100% why I say it's a scam. It's trash. All right, let me talk about the top viewers. House of Beautiful Bullies is number 1. Junie's number 2. Momo's number 3. Anna's number 4. And Kit Kat is number 5. Thank y'all so much. I really do appreciate y'all. Yeah, this this stuff is a total scam. And I hate it. And I will, I'm over here just tapping all my stuff away. I will shout it from the rooftops. I hate it. Because golly. Y'all. And the sad thing is, this is one of those things, it doesn't matter like what political party is in office. This is something that's just going to happen. This is something that's going to happen. This has been happening for forever. I'm not sure actually the history behind reentry programs, like when they first started. I should look that up. When did they start? But what I know is it doesn't matter who's in office. These things are scams. Let's see. When did prison reentry?
Do you know about the MAT, medically assisted treatment part of the scam by chance?
The what?
It's
Medically assisted treatment, or MAT. Do you know about that part of the scam?
Hell no. But real quick though. So these prison reentry programs, the concept started in the early 2000s, but then the Second Chance Act was done in 2008. Yeah. But let's see, the issue of... So they've been trying to do stuff like this for a while. Actually, yeah, in the 30s. So 1939, FDR acknowledged the importance of effective parole and prisoner reintegration, noting that the U.S. had made the least progress in this area. Okay. And then in 1965, the Prisoner Rehabilitation Act was passed, creating community work opportunities and furlough authority for federal prisoners. But yeah. But early 2000s, they started with the whole reentry bullshit. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, since you brought up the pill mills, and since substance abuse ties into this, I wanted to address this. We know that we do not have pill mills in the same way, right? Well, you have people who have developed a physical dependency or substance abuse, depending on who you talk to and how they classify it, whatever, right? You have people that have a need now, right? A lot of these people are coming through the system too. And they go into reentry. They get on medically assisted treatment. A lot of times it's going to be, it starts with the word sub. I don't know if I can say it on here. A certain prescription that's supposed to help you get off these other medications. And it will make you sick if you take a schmopiate-based medication at the same time. It can make you ill. So it's like a deterrent, right? And you cannot take these two things at the same time. So you're on your mat and you can start like going through life normally. And I am not dissing anyone on mat, please understand. But they get you on this thing and they're getting it through Medicaid. All right, you can do it now through your phone. You can do like appointments with your doctor, right? So you have Medicaid, you have this medication, then you start working. If your insurance doesn't cover it, the MAT fails, you can't take it anymore. Maybe you haven't learned any skills on how to live without the medication, and so what do? You're probably going to relapse the first time you have something really stressful happen, because you don't have the coping skills to deal with life. And then what's going to happen? You're going to go back to jail. You're going to go back through the same program, and then you're going to do it all over. I'm laughing because it's so freaking ridiculous. But you have a whole country full of people that are on MAT right now, and some of them can work, some of them can't. But if their insurance fails and they have to pay for it cash out of pocket, it can be so expensive. My dad was on it when it first came out. It was over $1,000 a month. This was in 2010 or 2011. It was over $1,000 a month back then to pay for it cash. So unless you have something helping you to bring the price down, like insurance or something, you're going to fail, essentially, if your insurance fails, and you're going to go right back through the same program. And they are just lining their pockets, these same pharmaceutical companies that put America in this position by overprescribing, right? They are lining their pockets with the same people, with the money for taxes from the same people that made them ill, because a lot of this is happening on Medicaid. Mm-hmm. They're just lining their pockets through math now.
Oh, weird. Okay, I saw in here, 2 people were like, well, okay, Stephanie said something wasn't true, and then House of Beautiful Bullies is saying that, like, they can be taken together. So I asked both of y'all, like, what, hold on, let's hear from House of Beautiful Bullies, like, what's happening, because I don't know anything about this stuff at all. I didn't know anything about this.
Hi, I'm a nurse, so
okay.
I was working as a floor nurse when the whole pill mill thing started. So I was in long-term care with people with Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah.
And I actually saw it being pushed on those patients, like where we were counting like no narcotics that are shift changes to where we were counting an hour's worth. Like we had to come in early now because now everybody had something. Dang. Which was crazy because these people suffer from Alzheimer's and dementia and don't even have the ability to speak upon pain, really. You know, some people were nonverbal. But back then, in the early 2000s, everybody had Darvocet. If we remember Darvocets.
Yeah.
Okay, so every patient came in with like a little like package, you know, for like nausea, pain, blah, 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 blah. And it was always Tylenol, Motrin for pain. And then for breakthrough pain, we would do a Darvocet. Those were not counted. They were not what we would say would be like in a level to be counted as a narcotic yet.
Gotcha.
For the FDA. Once these pill mills started and they came around with the wonder drug, the opioids and all of that we're talking about here, Darvocets were gone. Like literally, like they disappeared. And now everybody had some form of some kind of opioid, and we have to count them. Okay. And now we're looking at our seniors in these facilities. And the one that I worked at, we didn't take insurance. So these were all cash payment only for people to live there. So they're paying this out of pocket to stay here. Then we have these doctors that come in, and all their patients got those medications. They have co-payments and they're paying them, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so it's all about money. But now we have I have elderly people that are addicted and have to go through a MET program. And there's several different kinds of medications when we're dealing with MET. Like there isn't just one. I'll just say subs. Okay, like, because we can't say, I don't know on TikTok if you can say
I think you're able to say stuff. You just can't repeat it a bunch of times.
Okay, I'm just going to say subs for that part of it.
But wait, what is it though? Because
so you have Suboxone.
Okay.
Which is like, it has a little bit of an opioid in it, and then it also has a blocker. It's like Buprofen. I can't always pronounce that correctly. Just look up Suboxone.
Okay.
And then you have what they are giving to pregnant women mostly, because they can't take Suboxone. Now, there's a lot of pregnant women on this program too.
Uh-huh.
And they're on Subutex, which is minusing out the opioid part of the Suboxone.
Oh, wow.
So, right. So the Subutex is mainly for people. I see somebody in the comments is saying the Sublocade, which is like an injection now that you can get. That lasts for like 30 days because there's a tremendous withdrawal off of the Suboxone and the Subutex. I have seen people. I wish I never started this program because they'll say like my withdrawal effects are worse than what it was coming off of the H, you know, like the big or whatever their problem was.
Uh-huh.
They're struggling more coming off of this MET program.
Wow.
So now they came up with this new thing where it's like a Sublocade shot where they go in and they get the shot and it's supposed to take away the withdrawal, the side effects of coming off of this and it's good for 30 days. But they'll still give them a sub. I'm just going to call it subs because that's a
gotcha.
family. I don't know which one they're running with. They'll still get one of the subs
to offset if they get a craving in between their 30 days. You know, like maybe not 3 times a day. Maybe they'll just get enough to take 1 a day.
I have a question. I have a quick question. Okay, so like,
these are like pop-up shops that are in every county that you'll see people standing outside at like 6 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning to get these medications.
I remember being at a law enforcement summit, and they were talking about how people were becoming addicted to the medication that is supposed to help them get off the hard stuff. Is that what they were talking about?
Yep, that's exactly it. The other one is methadone. Now, the methadone,
yeah, that too.
Right, so methadone, Suboxone, Subucade, Subutex, they're all in the same family. So I know for 90% of my elderly patients, because the Suboxone and the Subucades, like, they're under the tongue. Some of them are like film strips, some of them are pills, but you have to put it under your tongue and like let it absorb that way. A lot of them don't understand those directions, so they were giving them methadone. And then now I would have like literally 80-year-old, 90-year-old demented elders who had great careers, great people, banging on my nursing door like, I need my medicine, like, because their bodies, like, they get sick. They get literally like diarrhea. They get flu-like symptoms. Their body aches. They're like sick. They're in bed. You think they're dying. I've put people on hospice thinking they were dying because they were going through withdrawal from these medications.
Oh my God.
And we were like, oh, they're like graduating from hospice. Like, she made it through. Like, oh, good. Like, you know, because hospice is you have 6 months to live.
Yeah.
That's what the doctors think.
And hospice is all that's another situation, but I'm not in that field. But they got their own problems.
Right, there's bundles in that, and girl, it all ties into everything that you're speaking about with all of these other things. All tie into the adult world too, with adult care.
Yeah.
Same thing what Misa was saying with her wife and how she took care of the intellectually delayed. There are homes, just you do not have to be anybody to go by a long-term care facility. Yep. You can have no education. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be a doctor. You can go buy a 4-bedroom house today and say, I'm opening this up as an assisted living. And you can put 2 patients in a bedroom, and you just have to have you go hire yourself some aides for $7.25 an hour that come in 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7, cook, clean, and take care of these people. And, you know, the hierarchy, a doctor, a nurse, etc. And there you go, you're running the facility.
Oh, God.
And you can charge these people $5,000 to $10,000 a person a month.
Yep, there's so many.
Or, they'll call them, I know in Pennsylvania we changed from assisted living to, we're not allowed to call them that anymore. It's like, I can't remember what we call it now. But yeah, it's...
Yep, there's like way too many of these systems that don't actually help people.
Right, so when you saw the pill mills kind of like go away, they just replaced them with MET programs.
They replaced them and they expanded it. It got way bigger now.
Exactly. So they made it difficult for the people to get the medication that originally got them addicted, right? So now we're going to take all of those people that we got addicted, we're going to push them now over into the MAT program. So the pockets are still being hit. The same pockets are still gaining. Nobody lost anything. There was no losses there. There was nothing but gains across the board for everybody.
Oh my
in
God.
That field. Doctors and everything. You know, so a lot of the doctors that were doing this now are that you do have to have a special license to be able to give out the subs and etc. So they just went and got those licenses.
Wait, I got you one better though.
Real quick, Kit Kat. Wait, hang on, real quick. Please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that'll be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart meal, please subscribe. Yeah, this thing was going off for a while. Go ahead, Kit Kat.
in the reentry program I was in Harris County, while they were developing Sublocade, they would come in and offer it to us. Mind you, they know we're in the addiction program. They know we have an addiction, so most people are going to say yes. If you said yes to this shot, which was in the experimental trial phases, you would get an advocate to go to court with you. Yes, your time was going to get reduced. Almost everyone in there said yes, who qualified for it. To let them experiment on them because it meant less time.
Oh my God.
Yes. This happened. I was in there with these women. I watched it happen.
Yes. The prison systems right now, this is big. The MAT program is huge in the prison systems. In fact, when the prisoners are sent home, if you see them leaving out with a little black box, it's like a little black, like, it looks like a fishing box. It has like a lock on it.
Their little lock box, yeah.
Yeah, that's where they're leaving out with the Suboxones. Or this, whatever their MAT program is.
Methadone, whatever, yeah.
It could be anything. But they're leaving out. When they go out for booking and go home, whatever the process is, they'll come out and it looks like a little black box, or I don't know, whatever color they have, and it just has a lock on it, and that is their MAT program. 90% of the prisoners are on that because when my brother's a big, I was saying in the comments, my brother's really big on prison reform and change for this. That he actually was arrested for protesting, and he saw things more when he got in there, and was held for a couple of days and talking to a few prisoners. He said that 90% of them are on it, whether they had an addiction or not. Some of them are in there and never even struggled. Like, these people could be in there for, like, DV or, distribution and never had some kind of thing, but will go in there and lie and say that they did just to get the MAT program because they sell those strips and things like that, the subs, in the prisons for, like, hundreds of dollars. It's big money, he said, in the prisons amongst prisoners. So, like, he told me that they were telling him that on the streets, they sell, like, one of the strips for, like, $10 to $15. But in the prisons, it was like they sell them for, like, $50 to $100 for one. I don't know how they're doing it, but they do it, he said. So that's a big financial gain for the prisoners on that. So that program is very big in the prisons.
Oh my God.
And it's open to them for, like she said, to help. Oh, you'll get this, you'll get that. Like, they'll even get early releases if they go consistently to a MAT program, and like they get he said it's bad.
That was their number one, like because it was a Sublocade shot, so this isn't something you can sell, right? But that was the number one reason why people were going into these reentry programs and signing up for this, because they were going to get an advocate from the reentry program and an advocate from the MAT program to talk to their judge to get reduced time. These women had children at home. What would you do if you were in jail to get back to your kids? What would you do? You'd do anything.
And then you end up addicted to this new medication.
Correct.
Yeah, because as a nurse, for me, I have to watch my patient take their medication. And I would assume that in the prisons, it would be the same because that's a kind of a federal law, I believe.
Yes.
Where you have to have them open their mouth, lift their tongue up, But somehow, some way, they're hiding them. They're getting more than just the shot. Some of them are getting the pills. It depends on also what prison system you're in. Now, my brother said that whichever one he was being held in was just like a little county prison and where he was at for the protest. He wasn't in there long. He was on there for a couple of days.
Yeah, he went to jail.
Yeah, so he said that the prisoners were telling him that in order for you to get the shot, you have to be released. You have to be on the MAT program for like 6 consecutive months or something. They have to be on the oral one for a certain amount of time. And there's like some kind of like, I would say, hierarchy to it for you to get that shot. So they try to graduate to get to that shot. But in the interim, they want those they really want that little pill or that strip because that's money. They have these women, back to the women, they'll be calling their wives or their girlfriends saying like, oh, I need money on my books or put this on there. And it's really because they're paying for a drug in there. You know, $50 to $100 for one. When they're selling them on the streets for $10 to $15, but in the prisons it intensifies like, you know, times 10 the price.
So are these people that are just trying to get the medication that they would have gotten on the street that they don't qualify for anymore in the prison, or can you actually get an additional?
Oh no, in the prison it's automatic. If you come in and you say, you know how they're drug tested, I guess when they first come in, I'm assuming that's a part of their process, like with their STDs and drug testing. Even if you don't have anything in your system, if they say like, I like to take an opioid every, you know, I have a problem, they'll put them on a MET program right in that prison. That prison already has all the MET programs.
Yeah, I'm guessing, so that's what I'm trying to get to. If you can get it so easily, what is the benefit of selling them? Can you get an additional HIGH for overtaking it?
Well, I guess there's some people that maybe can't get it. I don't know. I don't know the process. I've never been in prison, so I don't really know why all of them don't have it. But like you said, there's like a majority of them have it, but I believe they also send them home. He said that they would take these strips and put them on paper somehow and put them in envelopes.
Oh.
So I can explain a little bit about that process. So generally, if you don't know, if you've never been to jail before, when you're going through in processing, that's when you need to tell them you have a problem. You don't tell them you're withdrawing and in processing. They're kind of like, yeah, you have a problem that you found out about this MAT thing? What? You know what I mean? Like, if you're really withdrawing, you should be saying that during the 3-day in processing because you're going to be ill, right? You're going to need to go to medical. You're going to need to talk to the doctor. So, but people who've never been to jail before, hey, mama's talking. People who've never been to jail before don't know that, right? And so they don't say anything when they first go in, or they're not going to be there long enough to do all that. They're just there for like, you know, a misdemeanor. They're just there for 30 days. They don't qualify to get it, essentially, for different reasons. And so what you can do is you can get it, you can sell it, and you can just, like, pass it off to the trustees that come to your dorm, and they can take it to the different areas and sell them for you. That's how it gets done. But you don't know that the first time you're going to jail. A lot of people are going to for the first time, so they don't realize until it's too late, and then they want to get some, and so yeah, they're going to pay up. And yes, Miso, your question about does it get them high? The answer is yes.
Oh my God, that is horrifying.
So it's just one addiction in exchange for another.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's touching across every part of our society, our elders, you know, from seeing in the nursing field down into the prison systems, to everybody, you know, to people at home. Like, there is not one family untouched by this.
Oh my God.
Problem. And then now we have all these people that are profiting from this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many people that their pockets are just getting so big. I'm from Philadelphia, so I'm in a suburb right outside of Philadelphia, and we have an area that it's called Kensington, and they call it Zombie Land, right? So if you go down there, you can see these, what they took, like, I guess, like, old buses, and, you know, they transform them into MAT programs that are on wheels. So they literally pull up to this part of, like, Kensington, K&A, where it's high in activity with people that are highly addicted, and they pull up and they, like, hand it out of this bus window to these people, and they also give them clean pokers to make sure that they are not spreading, like, HIV and hepatitis. So they'll give them clean pokers to do their thing with, but then also give them that. So therefore, it can be mixed. It can be taken together. One of them, the sub-text, I believe, because we had to go through all these, as nurses, we had to go through all these, like, CEU things and learn about this kind of stuff. Probably how you were learning about it in the prison system. The text doesn't have the blocker in it, I believe. That's why it's given to pregnant women. So that one, you can absolutely take your regular drug of choice with the subtext, because you're still going to get a high, and you're going to get a double high. Because there is nothing in there blocking that drug.
It doesn't work for Suboxone, though. I can tell you that.
It does not. Unfortunately, Suboxone, when you look at the mix of that, yes, it has 2 drugs in it. That has the blocker, and it does not work. Within 24 hours of you taking a Suboxone, I think it's like 24-hour shelf life is that it has with that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, they'll go and get both. Yes, they will.
Oh God.
And they'll profit off of anything that they can get.
Y'all, please like the live, please share the live, and if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heart me, and please subscribe. Yeah, that is really messed up. That is really messed up.
I'm glad you brought this up, because I had never told you about this part of the reentry game, and it goes way beyond reentry, as you see, but, like, I'm glad you can, like, know about this now.
So do they do it as in like you know how certain substances, like, it makes you incapacitated, poor members of society, you cannot do anything. You see that in the places. Are they doing these suggestions for these alternative addictions because you're a more functioning member of society?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can get up and work a job. You can, like a basic job, you know what I mean? But, like, yeah, you could go be a cashier at Walmart on this, sure.
I know nurses that are on that programs, because a lot of nurses, unfortunately, went through the addiction process when that whole epidemic went through. And there's nurses, there's doctors, there's people out here that are on that programs and are functioning. But yes, they can. It takes them out of just that vicious cycle of them just waking up in the morning, trying to get $1 just to go get their fix, and then It takes them out of that, hopefully, that they can go into their reentry program and go get their job, like she said, a cashier at McDonald's, etc., etc. That's really what we're seeing as the basic. But there are people out there that are functioning on some of these programs.
Oh my God.
But I'm sure it's big in the reentry. I'm sure it probably goes hand in hand, like MAT and reentry.
I'm not 100% against MAT. I think it can be used for a very short amount of time when somebody is in extreme withdrawal. Like, say they're in a treatment program. You give them to them for a short amount of time, dose them down little by little so their withdrawal is not so bad, and you take them off of it. And then then it's therapy, then it's, some people like 12 steps, some people like smart recovery, whatever other coping skills you can give them to help them learn to live life without it. What I don't like is when people get on it for life, because if their insurance ever fails, if they ever lose their job, if anything ever happens and they lose that medication, very high probability they're going to relapse because they don't have any other coping skills.
Golly, and then they're going to go back to opiates.
Correct, exactly.
They're going to go right back to opiates. That's what's going to happen.
And then back to prison. It's just a simple.
Yep.
But yes.
Oh my God.
I agree. I'm all for the program. I've seen lots of people do very well, but I've seen lots of people that are like, I wish I never went on the program, because now I went from one to the next. Now I want to be off of that, and it's incredibly difficult, because what they're doing is, like she said, is they're not using it just for the first, 14 to 30 days of coming off. They're using it as years. And now we have a problem.
Yeah.
The first question you get asked in some of these Suboxone appointments is, do you want to be on it for a short amount of time, or do you think you need it for life? These are real questions doctors ask you.
why ask? Why isn't it a case-to-case basis? Why not tier and do oversight? Why let somebody decide how long they want to be on something they've never taken before?
If they're on it for life.
I've never
Go back to
heard
that
of
doctor for
that
life.
at all. I have never heard of that being some kind of option for my doctor has never ever asked me if I want to be on like my sleep aid for life. No, it depends on like what we've got going on. How is your sleep? Are you doing other things to facilitate good sleep? What are we doing? I've never heard, oh God, and I feel like I got something in my eye. I have never heard that as a question to ask a patient. Why on earth would you ever ask? The patient's not a doctor. Typically. The patient's typically not a doctor. Why on earth would you ask them something like that? That is crazy.
Because if they keep needing it for life, you keep lining your pockets and the pharmaceutical companies keep lining their pockets. A 2-year patient is, so-so patient, or 1 year or 3 months or 1 month or whatever. That's cool, but a lifetime patient is a lot more money.
This is disgusting. This is actually disgusting.
Did you know that in the healthcare field, when it comes to particular drugs that are in the same classification and do the same thing, most providers, if they choose to go with a particular medication that they like to prescribe, they get kickbacks from the drug company. They sign a contract. Mm-hmm. So they say, I'm going to prescribe this ADHD medicine over this ADHD medicine that is the exact same, generic name or does the exact same thing. So when they say, if she says, well, let me ask you how long you're going to be on this, it's because they know they have a contract for this long, and they know that if they keep prescribing it for this long, they're going to continually get their pockets lined for prescribing this medication. Doctors are not as ethical as everybody makes them out to be.
Yeah.
It's all about money, too.
Mm-hmm. Golly. Y'all. That's some dirty mess.
I'm going to drop down now. Thank you. This is my first time ever speaking on a panel.
I really appreciate you coming up and giving some clarity as a medical professional. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm in your lives pretty much every day. I just don't usually say much, but I love misos and your little acts that you guys do. I crack up with. I can't wait for that.
I know.
I'm talking to you guys.
All right, thank you so much.
I don't know how to drop down, so maybe.
Oh, I'll take care of it.
Wait.
Oh.
Hey, did you figure out how to get in your backpack to see your power-ups for the battle?
I did.
Okay, just
okay.
So I can use those power-ups when she goes in battles, right?
For the next 5 days, yes.
I was actually about to announce that I'm going to look for somebody else because I'm supposed to do it like once an hour.
Okay.
And we're getting kind of like towards the end of this. My stomach is growling. I gotta go see where my daughter went. Huh? I got you.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Kit Kat, thank you so much. Ooh, you got there faster than I did. Please like the live. Please share the live. And if you can contribute to the live goal, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to get your daily heartbeat and please subscribe. I'm going to find somebody to battle in these last few minutes of the live because I got to. And then I got to go find out where my daughter is. I haven't seen her all day, which is sad. That means that child went, let's see. Oh, somebody's requesting up. Yeah, she had to go through her lectures today. What's going on? Wait, I can't hear you. I can't hear you at all.
Parole charges around $450 to $700 a month beyond parole.
Really? I didn't know. Shit. That's crazy. That's like... Well, that used to be rent in some places, but not now. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have everything else. So, like, a lot of them are
Hey, bud, did your speaker leaned up against the table or under your hand or something? You sound a mile away.
I can't hear.
Earbuds in? Better?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah, that's weird. I can barely hear you. I can barely hear you.
The bonus of box. So Yeah, it's $400 to $700 a month. Also, you have problems like if you make license plates. I don't have to start the type, but let's say you make license plates. There's no getting hired as a civilian duty easily.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm so sorry. I gotta drop you. I cannot hear you. My guests can't hear you. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. All right. Oh, I've got somebody asking, can someone make sense of this title? Well, if you can't make sense, I don't know. Never mind. I ain't about to do that. Yeah, $400 to $700 a month. Yeah. All right. So let me see if I can challenge somebody. Oh, he's got muscles. Let's see if he'll accept our challenge. Nope, he declined. All right. That person is co-hosting with somebody. Let's see if they will. Hello. Hi, how you doing?
Hi, and you speak Spanish?
No.
Okay. My English is bad.
Well, my Spanish is bad.
Battle.
I was just about to do that. I was like, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. Okay, y'all. That was fun. I was like, y'all. This is about to be bad because my Spanish, I haven't had to use Spanish since my deployment to Ecuador. And it's one of those, like, yeah, you don't use it, you lose it. And I lost it. All right. Okay, we're in 3 times gifting points right now for the next 25 seconds. You know what? Why do they do that? Is it like a surprise when they do that mess? That's like a surprise. I thought they had it, like, you know, it happens ever so often or something, but they just like went like, bam, there it is. So I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But they did it. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, thank you so much for y'all showed out for that one. Okay, all we're doing is tapping now. Dang, House of Beautiful Bullies and everybody that threw in finger hearts and roses. Y'all, thank you so much. Yeah. Kit Kat, we're not even going to worry about the live goal anymore because we don't have to worry about it because we're about to go. Okay, so what is it saying now? Let's see. Live creator unlocks 2 times gifting points. Wait, what's that thing? Who's throwing a mist? Who did that? Who threw the mist? We don't need that. Oh, I see it. House of Bullies. Yeah. Hold on a second. That thing, what were we told that thing does? Like, makes it so that the other person can't see how much we've got. But we still got a bunch of time left. I'm going to turn this off. Let's see, where are we? Oh, we're at 2. No, we're almost at 2 times gifting points. So they're about to start it. But they never say, there's never like a countdown or anything that's like, yeah, we're going to start it in like 30 seconds. I don't know. It seems like a surprise every time. Somebody that, yeah, the mist is usually thrown at the end. Yeah, you want to use that like when so that they can't really effectively snipe you. I'm guessing that's what that mist is for, from my understanding of what it does. Okay, so we still haven't made it to 2 times gifting. We're just waiting around. Oh yeah, Momo, you're saying yes, that's what it's for? Heck yeah. But it's all good. Okay, we're at 2 times gifting points for the next 47 seconds. All right, so if y'all want to throw something, interesting. Oh, Rockstar, thanks for the gold medal. Yeah, it's worth 2 times that. All right, we've got another 35 seconds left for the 2 times gifting points. That is awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, does anybody know about like when because like that was crazy. They just threw out like the... Oh my God, House of Beautiful Bullies, thank you so much for that. Flocket, thank you so much for the fireworks. Oh my God. Y'all, that was crazy. But do y'all know like how TikTok chooses what they're going to like... Because that 3 times gifting point situation out of nowhere completely shocked me. Flockin, thank you so much for that. Oh my God. Hey, Flockin, you lit up the gallery for that. I really do appreciate you. Oh, that was awesome. But yeah, does anybody that has seen battles or has more experience in battles understand what the whole... thank you so much for the Hanging Lights, House of Beautiful Bullies. But do y'all understand why they'll throw out like just random, oh, this is going to be 2 times points or 3 times points? Because I thought we had to be playing for a while before they did something like that. Like I thought we had to reach a target. And like that last battle or one of them that we did today, it was like, bam, 3 times gifting points. And I'm like, that came out of nowhere. So I'm super lost. I'm super lost. I thought they had to warn you or something. I thought, you know what I'm saying? I'm lost though. But I really do appreciate that. Look at that. We're at 7,840 points. That is crazy. Who is this young man? He's got 3.1 million followers. Who? Does anybody know him? He seems like a little sweetie too. He must have some really cool ass content. Yeah. I guess we're just tapping it out. We're just hanging out though. You don't know? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really follow a bunch of young folks though. Only 18 people. Who knows? He could have been like at a, right? Dang. Yeah, Momo, you were in that. I'm like, what?
Muy difícil contactar, no creo que logremos.
Look at that.
Llegar hasta 7,000. Podríamos seguir dando tap.
Well, I guess we won.
Es cambiar el enfoque, mi gente.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye. Okay, thanks. Oh, my MVPs. Thank y'all so much. And thank you to your people too. Okay. Yeah, that was cool. You can buy followers too. But still. Well, I can't imagine that he's got like 3 million bots follow him. Like that just seems... I mean, I don't want to put that on the child. I say child, he's probably like 18. Still a child though. Flocking got a glove and a mist. Sweet. Yeah, y'all check your backpacks. Check your backpacks. Because that's going to be, there's going to be some good information in those backpacks. Yeah. Yeah. And like that mist, you know what, is there, I need to check out that lady that Kit Kat was talking about. I followed her with the, you know, she talks about battling and stuff like that. House of Beautiful Bullies got a glove. Hey, are we able, well, I guess, well, anybody can check while they're live. But yeah, they did that kind of fast too. How do people buy a TikTok page? I'm confused. How do you do that? Your page isn't for sale. How do people buy that? I don't understand. All right. Well, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for putting up with me and these battles. I really do appreciate it. I don't know, a girl I follow said she sold one of her pages. Like, what does that mean? Sold your page? Like,
hey, so real quick, when you're on the victory lap at that part, you know, you got that 2-minute part. If you click on your top viewer or your top gifters for the battle, it will tell you what power-ups each person got. Yeah,
I saw that. I was talking, but like, can you make it so that they can't like kick you out of it before I get a chance to like look at everything? Because that kind of sucks. I don't know.
I immediately, when we're on victory lap, I pull it up and I screenshot it. So I got a screenshot of the last one. Okay, thank you so much, because that sucks. Because I'm supposed to be telling, you know, the person that I'm competing with thank you and thanking their folks and thanking my folks. But I'm like, if they cut me out before I get a chance to even look myself, that really sucks. So thank you so much, Kit Kat, for doing that. That's all I wanted to tell you.
Oh, wait, okay, can you explain the gloves?
Oh, the gloves. So the gloves,
I'm still learning too, but basically they're power-ups, right? They're going to activate anywhere from 2 to 5 times. I think you can stack them too. That's why Nola was talking about you need like 11 gloves to do it properly. We need Nola for more help on this, but basically they're going to activate 2 to 5 times the points. So when you throw them at the end, that's what the snipe is. The last 30 seconds, you throw out gloves and a miss. The miss makes sure they can't see our points, and then we're powering up. So like if you throw a donut, it's not just 30 points. If it's double points, it's like 60. If it's 5 times the points, like $1.50.
And then Caitlin saying, and when a glove gets dropped, tap it before sending a gift.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. See? We're all learning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let's see. Miso saying they show up random. I never know when they're being used. Yeah. I am. Oh, rather than the gift box. Okay. See, okay. Caitlin, can you come up and explain that a little further? Because I'm trying to learn this too. I hope you're available to talk. I'm going to invite you up. Because, yeah, we're all trying to figure this stuff.
Yeah, Caitlin's like me. She usually can come up. It's just if her toddler's going to let her talk. If she's allowed to speak.
How this goes. So, yeah, when somebody drops a glove, what you do, it'll pop up right above your head in the upper left corner. And we will have to tap on it versus when we hit the gift box to send gifts. We tap on the glove and then send gifts out that way, because then what happens is it will hit that 5 times power up, which is why we suggest sending donuts or higher, because if it hits that 5 times, you get 150, versus if you're just sending out roses, you only get 5.
Wait a second. So
it's strategic.
Are the gloves for just the person that threw it?
No, it's for everybody in the chat.
It's for everybody?
Yes.
Whoa.
So just because one person has it, which is why it's so important to know who has it and to be strategic when it's being thrown. So we can all tap it at the same time and try to get those power-ups too.
Oh my God, I did not know that. So one person can throw a glove and everybody can tap that glove and then send a gift.
Yes.
Now how long does the glove stay up? Like how long do you have?
30 seconds.
You only have 30 seconds. Yep. So the idea, another strategic plan that people will do is they'll throw the glove at the last 30 seconds, because you know how we've been saying, watch out for the snipe, watch out for the snipe.
Yeah.
That's the way that people will snipe too, because someone will throw a glove, they tap that glove, and next thing you know, you got 5 times the points hitting out.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Okay. I thought the glove was only for one person. I thought it was only for the person that threw it.
No, the glove is not. Now, there are power-ups that is just for that particular person. Like, I think there's a lightning bolt power-up that's fairly new. And when someone throws that, that is just for whoever is in second or third place for them to power up.
Whoa. Okay, this is interesting. And House of Beautiful Bullies is asking, how do you throw a glove?
Gloves are earned in battles. So as Lavender is continuing to do battles, the more we gift, the more chances that we have to get power-ups. The top 3 contributors typically will get a power-up. It's very random. There's no way that I've learned anyways that determines who gets what, whether it's first, second, or third contributor. But that's how we get power-ups of any kind.
Okay, but how do you use it? How do you use the glove once you have one?
It's in your backpack. So if you tap on the gift on the screen, there's an option that says gifts exclusive, and then there's like a little suitcase looking thing. That is our backpack.
Okay, so then all you have to do, okay, so let's say we're doing it like right now. So let's say I've got a glove. And so I go in there, go in my backpack, tap on it. It's going to pop up on the screen.
Yep.
Okay, and then everybody can tap on the glove that pops up on the screen and then throw a gift. Now, do you have to tap on the glove before you throw every gift? Or does it just count for that? Oh, okay.
Yes, you have to tap on it every time. So the thing is, if we're all throwing it, that's why we say no roses, because we're all trying to hit that 5 times, and it's random who's getting it. Sorry, she's stepping on the paper bag now. But yeah, so that's why we suggest the higher the gift, the more opportunity for it to hit that 5 times. And it's not that roses or the 1 coins aren't appreciated. But like I said, it's more of a strategic move for that glove. So I'm gonna mute now.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for that information. I had no idea. So every one of us can use the boxing glove that somebody threw out. So you got the 30 seconds. You tap on the glove every time you go to throw a gift. Tap on that glove that's staying up there for 30 seconds. That is crazy. I didn't know that. I thought it was only for the person that threw the glove and then they get to. I did not know that. That is something new I'm learning. Wow. That is amazing. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that already, though, about the gloves, that everybody in the battle can use that same glove. Put a 1 in the chat if you knew that. I didn't know that.
The glove, we just threw out the gifts, and then we got the points. I did not understand.
I didn't know that. That's crazy. So that means we can really kick some butt. Because everybody can utilize the 1 glove that was thrown for 30 seconds. I did not know.
That's how they've been sniping us. Now we know.
Oh my
God. If you're okay
God.
with it, I sent Mandy some notes that I've taken throughout my TikTok. I'm a note taker. So whether it's stuff that I learned from your guys' lives or battling, I've been trying to take notes. So I'm happy to share that with you.
Absolutely.
If you'd like to.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got you.
Yeah, because I need to know, because, okay, for my thing too, like my dad, I'm trying to be frugal. So if we can use stuff effectively so that people are like getting their money's worth, then heck yeah, I want to know. Plus, yeah, we got to know. We got to know these things, because the battles, the battles are going to start getting bigger soon. They're going to start getting bigger soon. And so, yeah, how are we going to, and on top of it, I know, I've already seen it. My community can be a little competitive, and I know it feels good to win. So if you're able to win effectively without spending up a bunch of money, okay? You said you don't know what the hell you're doing, you just buy coins? Right, but that's what we learn so that we could actually use the money that we, the coins that we purchase effectively to get the most out of them in a battle and still kick somebody's butt. So there's a lot of stuff that I need to learn. That's really cool. But I'm like really excited about the boxing gloves, because I for real thought that, that just went for, whoever just threw the glove is the only one that can utilize the glove. And I am so sorry, y'all. Me and my neurodivergence, my brain was just like, I really want some Long John Silvers. And I know somebody's probably going to make fucking fun of me for wanting to have that funky ass fish from a funky ass fast food chain, but something in me right now really wants Long John Silvers, and we don't have one anywhere near me for hours.
I just don't. Out of all the seafood, like, you could have Cajun seafood, you could have anything you want. You want longs. I can't. The smell of Mexican food. I don't understand.
I feel so ashamed right now. I feel so ashamed, but that we don't have any. We don't have one that's close by. We don't have shit here close by. But something, I don't know what it is, but like something right now about, I don't know what it is, but I really want some Long John Silver.
It's whatever additives they're putting in their food, because it's not the food quality.
So I don't know what it is, but something, my brain, my body, something was like, Long John Silver. You want Long John Silver. We don't have one anywhere near me. Nowhere near me. I think I'd have to drive for 4 hours to get to a Long John's. There's probably a good freaking reason for that. But still, the heart wants what the heart wants. Yeah, we got some soul food. We got a mid-Atlantic seafood. We got a real good, like, nice, high-quality seafood place here. But I want some Long Johns. Damn. You better have some really old...
some of the best Mexican food and Tex-Mex around me, and every once in a while I'll be like, I want a Mexi Melt. And I know it's the additives because Taco Bell's not good.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I had Taco Bell, like, last week, and my stomach paid the price, and I knew it was, and I ate it anyway. And I was like, I don't give a shit. And I'm going to have it, and I paid for it. I don't know. I was eating food last night. I had Domino's and I ate, oh my God. And then I was on the phone with my mom and I'm sitting there walking around because my tummy was in trouble. And I was walking and I completely forgot. Nope, don't make fun of me. One life to live. Listen. And I was on the phone with my mom and we're on speakerphone and I'm pacing around the living room. And then like all of a sudden I was just letting it rip. Nobody else in the house heard me. If my mom heard me tooting, and it was like loud. It was loud, like no muffler. But my mom like didn't say anything. If she heard it, like she didn't say anything. And I mean, it just kept going. And I'm like, am I old? Like, is that what's happening right now? Like, I'm just like, and I'm just like, and she's like, if she heard me, she didn't say anything at all. But it happened. And I was like, oh God, like I'm on speaker, just like farting so loud after eating like so much Domino's. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was so gross. And I was like embarrassed, but my mom didn't say anything. And so I'm like, she had to have heard it. She had to have heard it. I don't know. She said baby better out than oh my God. But yeah, I want some Long Johns and we don't have that. Whatever. But y'all, I'm about to go have some more pizza. I'm lactose intolerant. That's what's wrong with me. I'm lactose intolerant.
Are you putting pineapples on it?
Yeah.
No. On Domino's? Ew. Who is that? Who's that little one?
Bless you, pumpkin.
Oh.
She's getting over a cold, but she's fighting. She's acting like she's not sick. So.
I know that sneeze. I know that sneeze was nasty. That sounded cute, but those cute sneezes, you know, that went everywhere.
Here comes another one. Let's wash our hands.
Ooh. It's like baby sneezes are so cute. Oh, House of Beautiful Boys, thank you.
She'll be laying on me, she'll sneeze like I'll be yawning or something. She'll sneeze directly into my mouth. I'm like, oh, mom life, disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Mom life.
They're so cute. You didn't mean to do it.
It's like I know that sneeze sounded so cute, but I know it was disgusting. That sounded nasty. Toddlers are amazing. Oh my God. But I'm so glad that stage is like long past. Long past. Thank God.
Some of us are still in the trenches.
Oh yeah. See, I gotta go wake up my adult child because I know her ass went and took a nap after her lectures. And she's not gonna get up. She's probably not even gonna get up until it's time for her to go pick up her brother. But I'm going to bug her and be like, hey, actually, no, I'm going to leave her alone. I have a habit. Okay, y'all, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Okay. Just tell me if I'm wrong. All right. My little girl is 22. Okay. She is in college. She's in college. Her major is economics. Okay. She's a full-time student. She gets up, her lectures start at like 9. I think she's got like one lecture every day, except on Fridays. She does her lecture, and then she's working on her coursework, okay, whatever paper she's got to write, whatever math assignment she's got to do. But directly, actually, because I'm not 100% what all she's... I know, though, that she's going to sleep directly after getting out of her lecture. But then... laughing at you as you battle with a toddler. Yeah, Caitlin. But then... yeah, she sleeps for hours. So her lecture's probably done by like 11:30. I'm guessing. Maybe 12:30. And then she just goes to sleep. And then she gets up, and then we don't see her for the majority of the day. She goes to pick up her brother from the bus stop for school. And then she does other stuff. We barely see her. I know she's doing her work. But then she stays up really, really late. She will stay up past midnight. I want her to go to bed at a regular time. I know she's playing video games. She's trying to get her video game time in with Monster Hunter and whatever the hell she's playing. I forgot the other game that she plays. But she doesn't go to bed at a good time. And then she gets up and does it all over again. Should I leave her alone? I want her to have a balance. But should I leave her alone?
I think so because of her age. She's not doing anything dangerous outside the home. It's going to be hard for you to like put a bedtime on her at this age. She's an adult, you know what I mean? Like,
but she's not taking care. Like, she's got bags under her eyes, Momo. She's got bags under her eyes. She looks so tired all the time. And I'm like, this is not healthy.
I'm having a hard time letting go because that's your baby.
I know, but it's like, okay, because I try to tell her, like, look, I'm not saying don't play your video games. I'm not saying stay up, but I'm saying, like, yeah, it seems like it's compromising her health. And she has health issues. And I'm like, okay, so where's the balance? Because she is technically an adult, but at the same time, like, yeah, she is not sleeping right. Like, she does not look like she's rested. She's got bags under her eyes.
Wi-Fi password every night at a certain time. I'm just saying.
Ooh.
If you really wanted to do it, if you really feel like it's making her ill, you could do that. But you gotta really ask yourself, is it worth it?
I feel like I don't think that's worth it. I think that'll see, and that's the thing. I have been talking to her. Does she have data? Like, I don't know what you mean, Momo. Like, she's on the, like her phone. Okay, like her father pays for her cell phone. So yeah, she would end up using her phone as a, yeah, that would be ineffective. I mean, well, she wouldn't be able to play like her PlayStation on it. Because it's going to get throttled.
It would shut the gaming part down at least, but that's up to you.
And I feel like that would cause a problem. I've tried to talk to her. But it's like, she doesn't listen to me. She doesn't listen. She doesn't drink water like she should. Her sleep is bad. She won't exercise. We got a whole gym. I'm like telling her, even with her, I call them bad baby bones. Even with her bad baby bones, at least get on the rower. It's low impact. But her arms feel like marshmallow. She's got no muscle tone. She's all skinny. Doesn't eat right. She weighs like 100 pounds soaking wet. And I'm like, girl, you need to sleep. She looks like a Tim Burton character.
As someone who's stubborn and doesn't like to be told what to do, I can understand. Now, maybe you're going to have to let her crash and burn and let her figure it out for herself. And that's hard as a parent when we know and we've been there ourselves. But sometimes we have to learn things the hard way, especially as a stubborn person. Mm-hmm. You can't tell me nothing.
Especially at that age. That age is so hard because you're a brand new adult.
Right.
Momo's asking if I exercise. No. I was talking like, hey, we should figure this out together because I want to be a better example for her. Yeah, I don't even exercise. I've been meaning to. Momo. Yeah, I need to be a better example for her. But even when I was working, she just wasn't. She just wasn't.
Hey guys.
Hey, Miso.
I'm not gonna go on a monologue. I just heard you guys talking. I didn't know if you guys could give me some advice.
Oh, what's up?
Mine's 15 now, and we of course had boy and girl issues. You know how all that goes. I'm realizing now she's 15, right? I can't control her forever. Just like Caitlin said, you don't like being told what to do. I also don't. I'm very stubborn in the way that I think and the way I was raised. Like, I know that did a lot of stuff I wasn't supposed to do, and I don't know if you guys feel the same way. We were very unkempt back in the day. And can somebody give me some advice on how to regulate myself with understanding she's becoming a young adult and she's coming into herself and she's having all these things that I can't protect her from her words, and y'all get what I'm saying. Like, she's blossoming, if you get what I'm saying.
Birth control.
No, she's already on that.
Oh, she is? Oh,
No,
shit.
She doesn't go out and do stuff. She's got an issue where she attaches to people very easily, and a lot of it is online stuff. So she's got herself a little online boyfriend, and she met through Roblox, and we do our best to control her data, her screen time. She doesn't have the ability to add any contact unless she asks us to. She can't message people and call people outside of certain people. Yeah. And she does it behind our back through like the app. And even if we do like cutting off conversations, and it's just so weird. Anyways, she's been good lately. And recently we found out she'd been talking to this boy in Texas. And I'm not taking too much into it because I know these long distance things usually fizzle out. They don't really ever come to fruition. But we found out she's been texting and deleting messages. And we can't get out of her whether or not they are of anything dangerous, which I'm sure they're not, but anything inappropriate for her age. And like I said, you know that we did stuff too, and we know now as adults we would never do that again. I just need advice, like how to navigate, if anybody can, the anxiety and stress of her coming into herself with relationships and stuff. Like, do I let her make her own mistakes? I'm not saying like let her have full reign of everything, but like, do I let her be a blossoming, creature when it comes to her sexuality, or do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the best thing to do. And this is somebody that's, again, not a medical professional or a mental health professional. I'm not any of that. But I was an FBI trained crisis negotiator. Okay. Active listening. Yeah. Have some talks with her. Have some talks with her outside of the house. Okay? Like, away from the house. Take her somewhere. Take her for a hike. No, it's getting too cold. Take her, you know what I'm saying? But take her shopping, or take her somewhere, somewhere cool, or take her to lunch. Like you would for, like you would talk to another adult,
Yeah, my wife yesterday, we kind of came to this realization that we cannot dictate everything she does anymore.
Yeah.
And somebody said online boyfriend, yeah, it's 15. It's Roblox. They connect together through the game. It's not like she went on a chat room and just hooked up with some random person that said age, sex, location like we did. They got a mutual, hobbies and topics. You get to talking, and then, of course, little crushes happen. So I'm on top of it. So don't think I'm just letting her run free. We have all sorts of things in place. But my wife took her yesterday, picked her up from school early, and drove around with her for like an hour, so it didn't seem confrontational, like a family meeting. And we came to a lot of understandings. And this was just yesterday, and yesterday and the day before. I get my days mixed up, but she's already within that 2-day span, already back to deleting messages. We agreed to let her have communication. We agreed to let her be in contact, and my wife grabbed her phone. She agreed to let us look through the phone to make sure she was doing things healthily. So it's not something we're going behind her back. She agreed to this. Yeah. And she's already within a 2-day span deleting messages. And I just need some advice, like how to.
Yeah, So that's the thing. Like, so did y'all lecture or did you talk?
Oh no, I can come off very brash, like people say, I condescending, which I don't with the kids. I try to speak to them very, very bluntly, and we've done this in the past, and it has gotten into arguments and stuff like that where she feels defensive and things like that. But yesterday was very open, because like I said, me and my wife said we can't control her anymore. We've got to come at this a different angle. It was very open. Let her make decisions. We came to agreements how we were going to let this free flow. And go naturally, and all of us were going to have a hand in making sure this stayed safe and healthy. So it was very, very, very good conversation yesterday. She even came in the room. Normally when we talk, she gets kind of moody and goes in the bedroom and hangs herself off and away from people. But she came in yesterday and she even showed me the boy's picture, was like talking about how cute he was, and I was like, yeah. I went a little into it, just joking about stuff. So she was very, very comfortable after the conversation.
Yeah. Okay, so here's something. So your wife had your daughter in the car for an hour driving. So
my daughter does not like to talk about things in public or around people. Even if we're whispering at a Chili's table, Mom, don't say that. Oh my God, everybody can hear us.
Right. But still, think about it like this. She's trapped in a conversation that she didn't necessarily want to have. She's in a car.
Okay.
So, and something else too. One of the best ways that I was able to get people to open up was you give them food. It's weird. It's psychological. Straight up psychological. So what is her favorite thing to have?
She's very diverse, but she does like going and getting sushi and things like that. So she loves going to the sushi restaurants with us.
So here's what I would do. Okay. I would get some cheap champagne flutes. I would get some sushi. She doesn't want to go. She doesn't like to talk in restaurants. So maybe, talk at home. Okay. Maybe talk at home. But offer her food, her favorite stuff. Okay. And also set it up in a situation that's comfortable. But also like she's got freedom to walk away if she wants to.
Yeah.
Even though you don't want her to. But the way you've got to set up the place is that she's got freedom to walk away if she wants to.
Yeah.
Yeah. And active listening. I don't know, how much you and your wife know about active listening, the process.
Listen to hear, not listen to speak.
There's a lot more to active listening than that. There's way more on that. Okay? Let me go get my big book.
And you said what I would do as far as her phone. When my kids get, where my older three are, but with my youngest, when she gets that age, I am getting something like the Bark phone, which is where you can monitor everything they do.
Yeah.
From messages and everything. They can't delete anything from you. It goes to your phone. You know what I mean? You have access to everything. So for me, that's what I'm going to do. I just feel like you never know. You know what I mean? You don't want your kids to get a phone. You don't want predators to get a hold of your kids or bad influences. You got to monitor what they do.
Yeah, and we do monitor a lot. My wife is a guru when it comes to technology. She can do everything when it comes to all the restrictions on the iPhone. And it's just these kids these days, they've learned so many. Apparently with the clock app, you can do something with it to extend screen time, even though it's been cut off. There's all these things and all these back wall firewalls that you can access websites. Even if you have we have Safari blocked. She can't even get on Safari anymore because she's going on a random page that wasn't blocked that seemed safe, that had these back wall firewalls that you could type in and be a search engine amongst itself to bypass things. And it's just one of those things that we're dealing with technology these days, where kids are always trying to push that envelope, push that boundary to get the things that they want to do. And she's a good kid. She's an honor student. She's never given us any trouble. She's not a bad kid. She's blossoming. And I don't know, as a mother, this is what I was immediately scared of, was when I had my first daughter, I always wanted boys, and I know that's kind of sexist to think that boys can't do the things that girls do, but I'm just so terrified in the day and age that we are, how predatory people are to women and girls, that I couldn't protect her the way that I wanted to protect her.
Okay,
so is having dial-up and all that to where our parents could just unplug it at night and we couldn't access the computer or anything like that.
Yeah, but here's the thing about all of that, because kids are always going to find a way. People are going to find a way to do what they want to do. And so the best practice is to have that really good communication. I mean, yes, have those safeguards, but you got to have that communication with your kids so that they understand that, you know, that they can trust you. Okay, it's not just about you being able to trust your kid, it's your kid being able to trust the parent with their feelings.
And I think she does. I just think, like, a little backstory, and I'm not going to get too much into it, but when she was very young, she had a very bad influence cousin, family member that introduced her online through, like, the Xbox and PS5s to talking in inappropriate ways to older kids and possibly adults. And that was when she was probably about 11 or 12, and we have had her in therapy since. We've seen probably 4 or 5 different therapists because the therapist would always get to a point where, because she wasn't opening up and saying everything they needed to say, it got stagnant. So we've been doing our part as parents to try to, like, rectify it. I would say, like, maybe she's over-sexualized. So we're fighting that, too, on top of her just being a normal child.
When I say she doesn't necessarily trust you, like the trust part, the fact that she's hiding text messages, okay, that's what I'm talking about. Like, there's, like, that's the proof right there. So whatever you've been trying to communicate with her isn't sinking in. She's not understanding that there's a, you know what I'm saying, that that she should be doing things a certain way, and she's still going behind your back, like behind your wishes, or, you know, like disregarding what you want from her and doing the things that she wants to do because she doesn't understand. She doesn't understand why you're telling her the things. A lot of kids have this where but when you have somebody that doesn't understand the why, they're just going to keep doing the thing they want to do. And so she's not listening, though, because she's not trusting what you're saying. Okay? Because a lot of it could be like, well, you're just saying that because you're my mom. You just don't want me to have any fun. Okay? So there's more to it. So, like, the active listening, let's see. Let's get into the different parts of active listening, okay? So, okay. For active listening skills, you need things because it's more than just like listening to, listen. Minimal encouragers, okay, as the other person's talking. Open-ended questions, all right? Reflecting and mirroring. Emotion labeling. Paraphrasing. I messages, effective pauses, and then summarize, okay? So emotional labeling, when your daughter's talking, when you've got somebody talking to you, okay, you say things like, oh shoot, like what I heard. Why did it start with this? Okay, you sound angry, okay? Or you seem hurt. I hear loneliness. So emotional labeling doesn't make it like you're accusing, because people don't want to be told what they're feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I want somebody to label you what you're trying to get through, especially if it's the exact opposite.
Right. So, but what you can do instead is say, well, it seems like you're upset, you know, or it seems like you don't understand when I'm telling you, like, hey, this is kind of not a good idea to do. And then that will foster more talking about it, okay? Let's see, emotional labeling in depth, identification of the underlying feelings. What's up?
I'm gonna, is it okay if I screen record this?
Yeah.
I'll play with my wife later. I was gonna hop off.
Okay, but yeah. She'll be back in a second. I guess she's setting up the thing.
Okay, it's
Okay.
going.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Kit Kat saying it's on the tubes of you as well. It'll be there. Yeah, you don't even have to screen record because we're recording. We're live right now. How'd I forget that. Kit Kat, thank you so much. Like, we're over here doing extra stuff. It's already, it's recorded. Okay, so yeah, identifying those underlying feelings, okay? Subjects, and I'm sorry, because this is about crisis negotiation, like hostage negotiation, but this works for, like, everybody, okay? So, when you hear the word subject, that's just the person you're dealing with, okay? So, subjects often have many emotions, okay? So, let's see, extremely effective, can build tremendous rapport by labeling emotions the subject is feeling, but has not yet recognized, okay? So again, you're not telling them their feelings. It's like you're listening, you're like you're kind of making an assessment based on what you hear, and in a way you're asking them if what you're thinking is correct. And that makes a huge difference between saying, well, you're upset right now, or I get that you're upset right now, like that, or I get your feelings are like, yeah, you just say, it sounds like you're upset. Okay. So here's an example of that. I can hear anger in your voice, and it seems like the situation has hurt you also. Okay. So let's see. Oh, yeah. And then paraphrasing. Okay. So put meaning in your own words. A restatement, giving the meaning in another form. Okay. So that's paraphrasing. So use for brief confirmations of meaning and to display attentiveness. So people, of course, naturally, like, we want to be heard. We want to be heard. Okay. And so, and we get upset when we're talking to somebody and it doesn't seem like they're getting what we're saying. Paraphrasing, never, I mean, like, I know you're probably not ever doing this, Miso, but like not repeating exactly back like what they said to you, but like, you're like, okay, here's a good example. Okay. So the subject is saying, she's always talking and doesn't pay attention to what I say. And the negotiator, in this case, a parent, would say, she doesn't listen to you. Okay. So summarizing real short in your own words, not giving exactly what they said to you, but it sends a signal to the person you're talking to, in this case, a teenager, about, okay, yeah, I'm listening to you. Okay. So that's something. You got something, Lisa?
No, we learned that in healthcare too. It shows people that you're invested in what they have to say,
Mm-hmm.
and that you're,
Okay. And so now here's the next thing, mirroring and reflecting, which this is actually like a technique that like those narcissistic inmates will be using. Okay. But in the case, like when you're trying to deal with someone, to talk to someone, to get somebody to open up, you have to use this. Okay. So mirroring, reflecting, brief follow along. So repeating the last few words. Okay. Good initial technique helps the negotiator get oriented to the subject. So the subject, the kid is saying, she doesn't pay attention to what I say to her, and it makes me angry. And then the negotiator or parent would say, it makes you angry. Okay, like this stuff. Okay, listen, this is going to be weird because I'm saying it and you're not actually seeing this stuff. But if you go online and like look up like ALS, the active listening skills, like you will get like a whole breakdown on what that is. Okay. So here's another example of the mirroring, reflecting, with the brief follow alongs. It's saying voice inflection at the end, upward or downward, can be used to either demonstrate understanding or encourage them to go on. Okay. So you could say, okay, again, the subject is saying, she doesn't pay attention to what I say to her and it makes me angry. And then the negotiator would say, it makes you angry. Or it makes you angry. And like when you say it like that, it's like, okay, keep on talking. Okay. Let's see. And maintain professionalism. We're talking about a child. Okay, so nope, that doesn't apply. Okay, so basically for this, periodically covering your main points, his story, his feelings, into your words. So you would say something like, okay, what you told me so far is, and then the subject's story, and as a result, you feel an emotion. Okay. But yeah, oh my God. Okay. I don't want to go through all of this because that's like a whole other live talking about active listening. And I was trying to get out of here. But seriously, like, you could totally Google it because there's a lot more to active listening than just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, and it works. Like, this stuff actually works with like everybody. It works with teenagers. It works with people you work with. Or it can work in like a crisis situation. Okay. But like, okay, and your situation is almost a crisis because we're dealing with a teenager, and teenagers can be volatile and unpredictable. So yeah, there's little stuff though, but also food. Use food because we are animals, and this somebody that you're trying to help or somebody that you're trying to get information from, food. What happens is that the person feels like, and this is going to be weird, but they feel like they kind of owe you something in return when you give them food. Because food is something that we need to live. And so their brain is going to be like, oh, they gave me food, so let me give them the truth.
Yeah, you've given me a lot of good points, especially with the way I need to talk to her, because like I said, I'm very blunt, and I do understand now that you're saying all this that I probably am speaking to her in a way that I would want to be spoken to, rather than speaking in a way that allows her to open up and see how she would really want to speak to me if she isn't being defensive or upset or anything.
Yeah.
I just I can use this because my main concern with her, because like I said, she does talk to us. It's just the sexual part of it, and that's what we think she's hiding.
Yep.
So I'm going to use these points that you've given me to try to get her to open up on why she feels like she needs to continue to be sexual and have these urges to do this. She's, like I said, she's 15, so I can't hold on to her forever. It's very normal to have those thoughts and feelings at 15. We were taught that in healthcare and pediatrics. It's very normal. And I know there's like a fine line between stunting it, hiding it, restricting it, and letting it go. And like I said, this child is miles and miles away. There's no chance it ever could become physical. So I'm glad about that aspect. And she is on birth control. She's on an implant, so there's no way.
Yeah.
Even if the child was local, we monitor all parents. We are very engaged parents when it comes to her going anywhere. We're those no sleepover parents unless we know them parents. No boys, no nothing. But I'm going to use these points that you gave me to try to get her to open up as to why she thinks she has to be sexual, and if she is being sexual, maybe she'll open up to us about what the line is getting to, and how we can tell her that there's certain things you can say because it's normal. You don't feel like you should hide it from us, but we also need to figure out what she's doing that she feels like it needs to be hidden, and if she knows that it's something we'd be moderately okay with because it's normal, or if it's something she's hiding that she knows that's not okay.
Yeah, and like alternatives or something. Like there's got to be like okay, well, what can you do? But yes, definitely go in, look at active listening, and I would say, like, seriously, the best way to do that before you practice with your wife. Like, you and your wife practice on each other for the active listening stuff. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's some, let me move this book. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff online, like some exercises that y'all could do to practice before you go and do the real thing. Because it's like important. Let's see.
Yeah, and I will also bring up too that because of my anxiety and stuff like that, I don't like confrontation, and it gets me super stressed out. So like when she had this whole conversation, my wife did it on her own because she knew that I would get overwhelmed and anxious, and sometimes I can speak out of line when it comes to things that stress me out. So she's like, I know you don't want to be involved with that, so I'm going to do it. And I was like, okay. And then when she told me this today, she said, I'm going to have another talk with her, and I know you don't want to be involved again. And I was like, okay, again, but now that I'm talking to you, I'm going to text her and tell her that I want to be part of it, and I'm going to use the points that you have to, and I'll probably go ahead and take me one of my little happy pills before I do this. And use these points that you've given me to, because I am a mom. I cannot just run away from everything. I knew this day was coming. We all know this day has to come as parents.
Yeah.
And nobody's ever prepared for it. And I just.
But yeah, also, yeah, you gotta practice that stuff. You gotta practice it, cause like, you're not gonna, like, nobody gets that stuff right off. Nobody's a natural at active listening. Okay, like nobody's a natural at that. Even parents. Parents are definitely not naturals at active listening skills. Not by a freaking long shot.
To the kids, because she doesn't have any children of her own, so she doesn't. But she's always been in that mama mind frame. Like I said, she's a nanny. She's this. She's always taking care of people. So she's got this your book part in front of her in her mind, but she doesn't have the. I'm not discounting anybody that doesn't actually give birth to children, because she's been here for 5 years. So she started at 2 years, almost 3 years, 6 years, and around 11, 12 with my daughter. So she came in all these really great ages that come with learning with development for kids. So I'm not discounting her experience as being a parent. She's an amazing parent. I say she's a better parent than I am, never having birthed these children. But she's always been the better one at conflict resolution, if you get what I'm saying.
I get that, but like, yeah, I think you're figuring out though that you've got to be a part of this conversation. And another reason that you should be a part of the conversation, and again, I'm just guessing, just from my experience having to interview people, talk to people, deal with their bullshit, usually after situations have gone bad. But when you think about it, if it's not important enough for her biological parent to talk to her about it, then is it that important?
I'm sorry, say that one more time.
I said, if it's not important enough for her biological parent to talk to her about it when y'all are living in the same house, then is it really that big of a deal?
That makes me feel so awful now. I know you're not.
I'm sorry, and I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but like that could also be a part of it too. Okay? I don't want to make you feel bad at all. I don't want you to feel yucky.
And I know she feels safe with me, but because like she did a presentation just the other day for her Spanish class, and she had to do like 15 family members, and she had to write in Spanish like 2 sentences who they were, and in my sentences for her, she said that I was honest and hardworking, and it almost made me cry, because like I do try to be honest with my kids. Like I don't ever lie to them about life, about anything, and I do know that she thinks I'm honest with her, but it just, you made me kind of tear up a little bit thinking that why should I be so adverse to putting this work on somebody else because I'm not comfortable enough. If I'm not comfortable enough to be the forefront, to be the advocate for all these emotions that are going through her head and all these life changes and her hormones and everything.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's good tears. I mean, you never get too old to learn, and it's good.
So yeah, you and your wife, because I'm seeing there are a lot of examples. There's a lot of examples for like role play, just like we role play in here. Okay, role play with your wife. I mean, okay, this will be like a serious role play instead of like the silly role plays we do. But I mean, there are some good, there's some good literature up here and role plays that you can Google and work on together so that you guys have a game plan. And actually, it's really good that there's two of you. Okay, it's good that there's two of you, because like back when I was in negotiator school, they don't send people to negotiator school by themselves. They send you in pairs. You need a partner. Both partners need to understand what's happening in the situation. Both partners need to be able to take over. The partners have to be on one accord and be able to take over when the other one gets fatigued. Okay, or something happens and one of them has to leave, but they should both have 100% the same amount of knowledge on the subject and on the incident. In your case, we're talking about, okay, your child and what's happening with her. So both of y'all have to be on the same page, and it's good to have two of you talking to her about it. So yeah, role play role play, okay? And set the scene for like a good outcome. So yeah, making her comfortable, okay? Maybe something fun like put pillows on the floor or something. I don't know, or just like, yeah, you're going to have some girl talk or something like that. Maybe, and all like do other things to make it not like so confrontational, like I don't know if y'all paint nails or whatever, or like whatever y'all do, or do like some kind of crafting project, you know what I mean, or something together, you know, throw food in there, throw an activity in there, and like and yeah, the two of you are working together.
The stress of it. So if she wants to take a breath and put a puzzle piece down, looking for a puzzle and take a breath and find a space for a puzzle piece, yeah. And you've opened my eyes. Like a lot of our conversations have been with the door shut in our bedroom and in the car and things like that. And yeah.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go because when you're a kid, well, actually, it doesn't matter. When you're a person, especially in again, my experience is mostly people in crisis because that's what my training's for. Is for like somebody that's got an active, you know, like they got a knife to their throat or something. But what they feel like when you have things closed off, like like when I was in internal affairs, I never talked to anybody. Like I've got a desk right here. I never spoke to anybody that was sitting on the other side of my desk. I would always have I'd have a chair so that there wasn't like this giant barrier between us because that actually causes issues psychologically. And also like if you're in a closed up space and you're talking about something that makes you uncomfortable, your brain wants to run away. And even if you're like, you know, your parents don't have you locked up anywhere, but it's like you're locked in somewhere and you cannot escape. And so there's no like escape for your discomfort. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a moving vehicle, like how do you, like you're stuck, like you are for real, you're physically stuck. It's not like you're going to get out of the moving car. So in a weird way, a person could feel like they have been ambushed and they have been kidnapped. If you understand what I'm saying.
I do, completely, yeah.
Yeah.
Even with like not looking directly across the table at somebody, that makes them feel like they have to constantly be in your direction and look at you and they can't get away because they're having to put their undivided attention on what you're saying. So if you're like sitting next to somebody, they can like, you know, look off at a painting on the wall or something.
Actually, the purpose for not having the desk in the way is to not have that weird barrier. Because when you have barriers like that, that's like we're not peers, okay? I'm in charge of you. You're in trouble. I'm behind this part in the desk. But yeah, like, and there's other stuff, like there's stuff that you could look up. I'm hoping that you should be able to find stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I for sure can.
But yeah, but definitely look at some stuff and role play with your wife. Because yeah, y'all are partners in this situation. So, you know. Oh, where'd you go?
I'm here. It's going on 3 o'clock, and I needed to text her real quick, not to grab her and put her in the car.
Okay. Yeah, I need to get out of here myself. But yes,
I'll let you go. Thank you so much.
I'm glad that you asked about this. I'm like, ooh, this is something I know. This is something I know.
And you definitely help me. I mean, people say that, and I think sometimes you hear at the end of their voice, they really just want to get on with the conversation, but you really have helped me. You've opened my eyes to a lot of stuff.
I hope, yeah, but good luck, because teenagers are hard.
They are.
I'm about to have a new one, and like, yeah, I'll have a boy teenager, so that's about to be...
Yeah.
But, yeah, I've got negotiator skills, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
I will let you know if it comes up in a live or something. I'll let you know how it goes in progress or whatever, and keep all up to date. And if I need any more help, I'll definitely ask.
All right. Yeah. All right. Good luck, Miso. Okay, y'all. Thank you so much for getting me to 157,000 likes. Thank you for all the shares and all the power shares. Thank you so much for all the gifts and putting up with my ass as I'm doing these battles. We're learning a lot. Oh my gosh. I'm actually kind of excited about these because it helps push out the content. And it's something I'm supposed to be doing anyway, like, you know, creatively. So thank you for that. Thank you for all the gifts. And thank you for everybody that came up on the panel to speak. And just thank y'all for watching and being here. I really do appreciate y'all. I'm going to be back at 7 p.m. Eastern. I always say this. I have no idea what the topic of discussion is going to be. Because I really don't. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm excited for 7 p.m. I think I'm going to go for something that's got some role plays. And hopefully we make it to the role plays. But we'll see. We'll see. And I will see y'all at 7 p.m. Bye, everyone. And bye, YouTube.